check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me a lot, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward. The battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a miner. But made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash Nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. As usual. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God prepare. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge to tell her? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd Without Fear, got the homie. Carter presents. Welcome to episode 238 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse that you can also find on Spotify. You can find us on Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, pretty much anywhere good podcasts may be found. So make sure that you are, keeping up with all that. And also give us a rating if you do. There you go. Hey, what's up, Carter? What you know?
That intro wasn't as animated as usual from you, which just lets me know how cold you are right now. Because for everyone that does not know, you can't tell because you're not looking out my window like I'm looking out my window. It is currently a rainy day here in La La Land, but back home in the M, Ernie had a little bit of a snow day, I hear.
Well, yes. I believe it was on Dr. King Day, actually. We had this big snowstorm, biggest snowstorm I think we've had in Memphis in a long time. But not like, I don't think it's like, I don't know. My perception of it's terrible because I don't go outside very often. At least, not like that. So when we had the snowstorm, it was more of normally in Memphis, when it snows, we don't really get snow. We get ice.
Yep.
And this was actually one of those rare occasions where we got the snow that people always wish they get on Christmas. Like it was fluffy. It was a lot of it. I think it was when I went outside and checked, the snow came up past my ankles, which I know to some people might not seem like a lot, but that's actually highly unusual.
Yeah.
For Memphis.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday comes because of overnight low temperatures, then the snow starts turning into ice.
Yeah.
So the baby has been out of school all week. I'm so ready for her to go back. I love her to death, but I'm ready for her to go back to school. She is the light of my life, but goddamn. And even my wife, because she works in a dental practice, because of the nature of because I think they actually call for a state of emergency in Memphis as a result of it, because the snow has lasted so long and it's become ice and it started to cause problems that she hasn't been to work any this week either. So yeah, it's been fun. Hell, so you know how normally we get snow, Carter, and it's the snow just kind of melts away after a couple of days?
Yeah.
Dude, it is still a full head of snow in my backyard.
The IG pages I follow that are all Memphis oriented, I've seen brothers skiing down Bill Street. I have seen people latched on to the back of somebody's Oldsmobile acting like this was SSX tricky. One thing that I was actually jealous of my Memphis home and just people in Memphis, I was super jealous of them yesterday because there was a raffle going on for a concert at the Orpheum. $1 is all you had to pay, and it was, come to find out, it was a Justin Timberlake show.
Yeah, me and my wife were talking about that the other day.
My buddy and Bishop, who has been on the show before, you all know him. We started having a conversation about just how cold some of them Timberlake albums were, and it made me go back and listen. Let me tell y'all something. Future Sex Love Sounds. I forgot how cold that album was. For the past 2 days, I'm getting off work and just playing it on YouTube through my sound system in its entirety. singing the whole drive home. That album was off the chain. But
that what you said rings true.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was actually talking, like, even before that shit came up, somehow Justin Timberlake just came up in casual conversation. Yeah. Talking with my wife, and I was like, man, I want old Justin Timberlake back. I was like, I don't like this new Justin Timberlake no more.
You don't like Man of the Woods? You don't like Man of the Woods?
No, I don't like the Man of the Woods. No, I want him to go back to that Timberlake that catapulted him into the black consciousness.
Oh, see, now I'm going to show you something that's gonna make you say that even more. So for everyone, when he performed in Memphis yesterday, Ernie, I'm finna send you an IG. I'm finna send you a video. I want you to play.
Okay.
And I guarantee you're going to cringe.
Oh, God.
Because there are several people because a lot of people, if you know, but Justin Timberlake is from Memphis.
He's very from Memphis.
He rips the M. And a lot of people I saw on Instagram were kind of clowning him. They were saying, nah, big dog, your M town is Millington.
Bruh. Oh my God. So yeah. So full disclosure, one of his parents, a job I used to work at a bank, and I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to make it hot.
Yeah.
That motherfucker daddy worked at that bank.
Okay.
And every time someone would bring that shit up, he would say that shit. Oh, wow. He's like, oh no, we're not from Memphis. We're from Millington. But it's one of those deals where, like, man, look, Millington's like a hop, skip, and a jump away. So it's like, if you gonna round up to the nearest major city, it's like, okay, I guess, yeah, sure. It's kind of like how, like, by proxy, that technically, even though West Memphis is called West Memphis, is actually in Arkansas.
That's not Memphis. You keep those savages away from us. So the video I sent you, is him saying M Town yesterday.
Oh Lord.
When I tell you that it was, I just want you to play it, and I want everyone to hear how he said it, and I just want to look at Ernie's reaction real quick.
Oh.
But yes, Future Sex Love Sounds was fire.
Am I about
the 2020 experience? That was part 1, because he did 2020 experience part 1 and part 2. But part 1 was fire. Part 2 wasn't as good as part 1, but it was still good. The one I couldn't remember what album of his I had never heard in its entirety, and it ended up being the first album. I think the only thing I know from the first album was "Cry Me a River."
Oh damn! So like,
and that "Rock Your Body," the one when he exposed Janet Jackson's breasts at the Super Bowl. I know that song.
You mean the song that was from the album that was largely written for Michael Jackson, which is why it sounded like Michael Jackson.
Wow.
What? That's not even controversial. But no, I'm pulling it up now. Here, let's see. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's see.
Just listen. Just listen.
Oh my God! Here, let me unmute the Chrome audio. So yeah, this is about to be nasty. Let me make sure also it's not muted. I usually mute videos by default on Instagram.
So nasty. And it's so cringe.
Wait. Why did he say he said Am Town?
And then he trying to do the M with his fingers, but he can't do it all the way, so it looked like he did an upside down Star Trek Vulcan. Like, that is crazy. You Millington, big dog.
Yeah. When you said M Town, you meant Millington, man. No, get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out my face.
with all respect in the world for doing a concert for $1 for your home in the snow, that was nasty. Okay, Rajah Harris just hit it. That was so unseasoned.
I almost choked on this bacon.
Oh man!
I almost
my
choked.
God,
Rajah, you almost killed me.
Nobody except me said, "Lord, Infamous would never."
Bruh. Hold on, wait a minute. Bruh, Rajah, look.
That right there was
why
the man
you try
of the
and
woods.
kill me?
Yeah, that was man of the woods right there.
That wasn't Rock Your Body. That wasn't Cry Me a River. That wasn't
oh man.
No.
But I will give again for him to still do his concert at the Orpheum.
Which I mean, no, that look.
$4.
Regardless,
$4. Look, with your mama in the crowd to sing her happy. Everybody sang her happy birthday.
You know what? Even though that wasn't sexy back, I appreciate him. But he need his ass whipped. He need his ass whipped for that. Bruh. Like, what? Wait, first off, man, you know what? I don't even want to say.
I'm sorry you had to see that, Raph. I'm sorry.
Look, no, you know what? I know what Raph said. Damn! That's what he said.
Oh, man.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I that hurt my. It was the whole. Like, come on, man. Nah, bro, stop. Put your hand down. Look. I ain't gonna lie. If I was in his entourage, I'd have came out and slapped that motherfucker hand and said, "Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Stop. Don't you ever do that again. You from Millington." Look, that's what I said. Whipped.
Boy said, "Look, I will forever like Justin Timberlake, but nah, bro, don't you ever do that again, Justin." Absolutely. Oh yeah, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
Oh goddamn! Look, I'm gonna clip that.
Hold on, I gotta try to find that comment. It was a comment on there that had me dying. Okay, the very first one. That M-Town definitely had raisins in it. Bro, I saw that comment and about died. That M-Town most definitely had raisins in it. Ugh. Put your hand down, dog. You're muted. Not being able to hear you while your wrist is like that is disgusting. Let me just tell you.
I forgot. I muted myself because I was eating bacon. But no, why he got his hand like this? Why is he throwing down the 4 horsemen?
Don't you ever mute yourself again and have your wrist like that toward me. Don't do that again.
Well, no, here's what I laugh at. Friend of the channel, Tammy Sawyer of the 901.
Yeah.
Her response is probably so perfect because it's so simple. No, sir.
Hold on. Gavin JR, he said he's new here. Does it usually go on this long like this without talking comics? I'm new here.
Yes.
And this is why everybody loves us.
Yes. Because we have
we're not gonna take over the whole shebang, but everyone knows. But again, you are new, so of course. Yes. But if you just expected to click on this and just hear comics, no, we have to ease into it, big dog.
You gotta go into it. You gotta go to Comic Pop for that. You gotta go to
them don't even do that. They are proper and true white people. They speak to everybody before they start with the comics.
That is true.
They are very polite.
But yeah, also this is I'm about to say live show.
Yeah, he said no problem. Yeah. So that's all that is. Like, but yeah, Sal and them, like, they'll make sure that you wipe your feet off on the mat before you stepped in the house, and they speak to everybody.
I'm actually liking all these comments here. Brittany was right. So cringe, my blood sugar drop. I love me some JT, but I ain't gonna lie, this ain't it. Wait, no, look at this shit. Millington.
Yeah.
M-Town when convenient. Wait.
Oh, why they put the Britney gif on there? Why they put
why? Why delete this? Look, why they got this motherfucker out here like T'Challa? Delete that footage.
True Pharaoh said, I just cried a river. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I ain't gonna let it go like that. Look, first off, we got super chats in here that we kind of missed because we were kind of out here on our own little ish. But Pop Culture Guy 3000 with the 499 says, what's the worst thing Jason Aaron could do to tank his TMNT run? Killing Jenica, focusing too much on OG Mirage characters, and putting IDW ones on wayside. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw somebody. I don't ever take this person terribly seriously because I'm pretty sure they're.
Don't even say who it is. Just say what they see.
No. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I'm just saying I'm pretty sure they're Comics Gate. So that's also why I don't take them seriously.
Okay.
But they were talking about how his run of TMNT is gonna have a lot of baggage, which I thought was kind of funny considering I know what baggage they're talking about. Like, basically, they're talking about his. They were basically talking about his having written Mighty Thor, like having turned, Quotey Fingers turned Thor into a woman, which he did not do. I always hate when people say he turned Thor into a woman. No, he did not turn Thor into a woman. He just gave the hammer to somebody else. Thor was still walking around, hanging out, and doing shit. Thor was fine. A woman just picked up the hammer. That's
You know what's funny?
What?
Is with this news, actually, it made me go back. And it made me do two things. It made me go back and it made me read. It made me go back and read some of Hickman's Avengers run.
Yeah.
With Odin's son at the time, with you bringing up giving the hammer to someone else. It was Odin's son and Hyperion.
Yeah.
And just how much I was a fan of them two just being boys.
Yes.
But it also made me go back and read the Unworthy Thor when he was just swole and was using the Ultimate Thor's hammer.
Yes.
That was fucking fire, bro.
I like that. That was because that was
that little mini was
Unworthy
good.
Thor. Yeah, that was Unworthy Thor.
Yeah. That was a good little mini series.
The other thing for me is that, like, well, this is supposed to be a total. Okay, so let's go just put this out here on blast. This is going to be a complete and total, as far as I understand it. They said it's going to be a relaunch. So that can mean a lot of things. It's not a complete and total reboot of the series, but it is a relaunch of the numbering. So everything that is going on in the comics right now, all the wild, wacky, and zany shit that is going on, it is actually going to continue. So everything that, like, regarding the Ninja Turtles origin, everything regarding all the plot development for each and every one of the characters, all of that is going to remain intact. I don't think he's going to kill off Jenica. I would hope he would not.
There'd be fucking riots in the streets.
Oh yeah, no, dude, because Jenica is fire. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Actually, I think if anything, Jenica might get better under Jason Aaron, because Jason Aaron is not shy about writing female characters at all. And I feel like, honestly, like, if you would have told me, no bullshit, if you would have told me off rip that the TMNT under Jason Aaron, like, if you would have told me it started like a couple of years ago, or whenever it was that Jenica was first introduced, I'd have believed you. I'm like, man, yeah, dude, because only Jason Aaron could have done some crazy shit like that. But that's not the case. She was actually introduced, as obviously as we know, a while ago. But yeah, no, I do feel like he is going to pull some of the old Mirage stuff. Which, I mean, to be fair, so did the IDW stuff. The IDW stuff pulled because I'll put this out here just because I know a lot of people didn't watch it. But I did do a video recently about the Turtles.
Yeah.
The IDW stuff.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
that's why it was so good to hear that like they're still keeping the reincarnated from feudal times Turtles and stuff like that. Yeah.
There it is right there. I love how it goes straight to that clip.
Yeah, when he sent me that nasty video of the Simpsons. You having too much fun doing that shit because that shit is disgusting.
You know what? Nasty. Because I feel like a lot of people didn't watch it, so you know what? I'm gonna play it, just so y'all can understand what y'all are missing.
Which this is for all you audiophiles, Apple Music, Spotify. This is all just telling you to go watch the Blerd Without Fear video about the IDW Turtles because you can't see what we about to see live.
No, right, you can't. You can't see it. And you know what? This is a you had to be there. This is a you had to be there moment. Okay, this is a you had to be there moment. I'm sorry, I apologize. But yeah, this was basically the let me unmute the PC audio so y'all can hear it as well.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just play. This is something I made specifically for the video, just as a gag. As a gag. But I thought I was quite proud of it, and I'll probably share it independent of the video at some point. But
Smile, please. Thank you.
I would have called you a real sicko had you taken the time to do the back of the heads, like before we see that it's Turtles. Had you actually taken the time to do that, I would have called you nasty. But there's one thing I want to talk about in the chat real quick from Gavin JR saying, I've never been able to get into TMNT Comics. Aside from TLR, you're talking about the last run for everyone that didn't get that. But I'm glad it's still going strong where the fan base is concerned. I was somebody who could not get into the Turtle comics as well up until this IDW run. The whole gimmick that the Turtles they weren't just Turtles that got some ooze put on them. Oh shit. That ain't it.
This ain't it. This ain't it. No, but I'm just saying, this is actually
did it.
No. This is actually the current volume that I'm on as I'm going back through.
Yeah.
I'm on 13, so I'm actually about to be where I need the 14th one. But the good news is that I technically already have all those comics anyway. I wanted them collected on the
of course.
shelf. Yeah.
But yeah, Gavin, it was. I would tell you what did it for me. It was the fact that this current run, the Turtles weren't just Turtles that got ooze put on them and then they just started eating dominoes. They were reincarnated kids who had been murdered by Shredder. Splinter was the dad, Splinter was their dad at the time. So it was just the fact that it was feudal Japan. They were killed and got reincarnated and still got that aspect of it was really, it really made me want to give it a chance. And then when I read volume 1 and saw all the other characters and the world that they were trying to make and a little micro series that they do as well, dude, I'm telling you,
it's good.
I can't recommend it enough. Just it's not going to be the movies that you know. It's not going to be the cartoons that you know.
There will be aspects of them. There'll be aspects of them.
Yes, but if you look at a Turtles comic and you think about Turtles in time, that ain't it.
No,
that ain't it.
Real quick, because I don't want to lose these because we kind of went further, but we do have a super chat from further back. Chi-Town Dan, the Night Scan King with the $5 says, for Memphis, this snow was the most traumatic winter of your lives. But for us Chicagoans, it was just Tuesday. Wow. That is true. My aunt My aunt Mary lives in Chicago, and she is always talking about how, like, we'd be like, "Hey, how's it looking up there?" She's like, "Oh, yeah, we got like 10 feet of snow." I'd be like, "God damn, like you just said that. You said that way too casual, ma'am." We also got one. This one I actually can show because it did. It's not like buried all the way the fuck back into the stratosphere. Yeah. I think I can at least. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this is from the homie Antoine Ghost Mitchell, aka Poe Archery Media. Says love and compassion to you all, man. We appreciate you, pimp. Thank you for that. We love you. We have also got, this is one I actually wanted to highlight just because it's over here on the Twitch side of things. So speaking of that take on Jason Aaron's TMNT run, any thoughts on how somebody reviewed Eric July's Isom #1? I know that was Ethan Van Sciver, and said it was bad. Then when Eric got mad, he tried to tell him that he needs to accept constructive criticism, as if he didn't write the book for weak-willed men who feel like constructively criticizing a man is some kind of attack on masculinity. So here's the thing with that. This is the one time ever that I know of that you will ever hear me say I agree with Ethan Van Sciver on something. I want to make sure y'all understand this, and I'm going to clip this for posterity. A lot of the stuff that that Ethan Van Sciver said about Young Ripa's comic is true. It's bad. It's written poorly. The main character is not even interesting. The main character gets shit on throughout the majority of the comic. Like, the first issue is literally just a series of him getting dunked on. Like, almost ad nauseum. And then, to take it a step further, the art is... Yeah, well, I'm not usually going to be the first person to just completely tear apart someone's art. But in the first issue, the art is very inconsistent. It's incredibly inconsistent to the point where, like, I think one of the things Ethan Van Sciver said was that you could tell that he used, like, drag and drop backgrounds for a lot of the scenes in the comic. Also, Ethan Van Sciver, if I'm not mistaken, brought up one of the same things. That he brought one of the same things that I have heard other people criticize the comic for, and I myself have criticized the comic for, is that it lacks motivation. Isom's his whole motivation is his mama told him to. Like, okay, what is Spider-Man's motivation? It's not that Uncle Ben told him to be Spider-Man. It was his Uncle Ben told him, hey, with great power comes great responsibility. And while that is a motivation, the rest of that motivation is not just the words of Uncle Ben, but also the fact that he recognized that he had an opportunity to stop a criminal, or someone he didn't know was a criminal at the time, but he saw some shady behavior and he just didn't act on it. He didn't feel like it was his job to get involved, and that led to the death of someone close to him. So when people try and say, oh, it's the same as Spider-Man, it's like, no, it's not the same. Like, why should I care that he's looking for this person, this woman who is supposed to be, the reason some of this stuff, goes in the direction it goes? It's like, I don't care, and I feel like he doesn't either. Like, it's one of those things where he is supposed to be the male macho character who's like too cool for school. But the thing is, we already have that comic, and it's called Blade. And it's written infinitely better by infinitely better writers. That type of character is difficult to write. And I don't think that Eric July has the stones to do it. Just being like, hey, I'm, masculine man and I do real man shit ain't enough. Like, you got to put some oomph there behind it. There has to be a reason for you to give a shit about a character's journey. And I have yet to see anything that would make me care. Moving on. For those that are curious, that was actually the thing I wanted to talk about last week. When I said that, hey, I want to talk about something, and I was like, nah, we'll save it.
Why everybody hating on something? Like the main mama telling him to do something. If your mama told you to come in the kitchen right now and make her some grits, you gonna get up and do it because that's your mama.
Yeah, but if my mama told me, hey, go save the world, I'd be like, I ain't got superpowers. You go do it.
Damn. Why you got?
S Tom 10 says, "What do you call a car that can't transform?" A sysformer. LOL. Love the stream, guys. I like that. I'm stealing that.
That's nasty.
Sysformers.
Don't say
Did Sysformers. Not more than meets the eye. Wait, less than meets the eye. or would it be exactly what meets the eye?
I love that there are several people in the chat that are recommending this current run of Turtles for people, and there are people in the chat that are actually going to give it a chance. So yeah, man, like I feel like there have been books that Ernie and I have recommended before that some of you may have vibed with, some of you may have not. I really wish you all would tell us when it was some shit that you all didn't vibe with that we recommend. But the majority of you all tell us for the most part, anytime we recommend something, hey Carter, appreciate it. Hey Ernie, appreciate it. Man, I wouldn't tell you, oh, this is gonna sound bad.
What?
I wouldn't tell you to buy the hardcovers that I have or that Ernie has, because you all see how much of a pain in the ass it is for him to get all of them. Yeah. I would absolutely tell you to go to a Barnes and Noble and get some drink for yourself and read a trade if it's in there of this run. Hell yeah. But with how difficult it is to get it collected, yeah, I would absolutely tell you like, yeah. But man, just that way, you just getting yourself something to drink. You're not buying it. You just giving it a chance, see if you like it. And go from there. But yeah, man, like the modern Turtles, the IDW stuff is really good. And when it comes to Jason Aaron, honestly, I'm really interested to see what he's going to do, because I can't think of anything that he has done that is in comparison to this. You can't really compare his core run to this. You can't compare Scalped to this, you know. So no, I'm really interested to see what he's going to do with these characters and what kind of voice he's going to give these characters. Yes, it's a continuation according to Ernie and all the news that we have gotten. It's a continuation, but they're still going to have a voice from the writer. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he's going to be able to write these characters and how he's going to be able to keep everybody when I say together, I just mean having to have all of these plot threads and all of these characters that you're going to have to kind of keep in your mind to interact with this one or interact with that one. It's really going to be interesting to see. The one negative I will say isn't even a negative toward the Turtles. It's just more so with Jason Aaron on the Turtles right now. I'm just getting more and more sad that Southern bastards ain't coming back no time soon.
I don't mean to derail us, but I got to, because it's funny to me.
What happened?
Nobody except me said, LOL, exactly what your eyes expect. Talk about the sysformers.
Exactly what your eyes. Okay, y'all are.
Wait, Y2 says, speaking of self-inserts, Isom sounds like Eric July having a power fantasy of being a street tough. He acts that way online. No, it is. That's exactly what it is. It's literally, you know how people, they were talking about how, like, what was that one guy? The guy that everybody was, Comicsgate was riding his dick, like, for like a week, where he was talking about how he was sick and tired of, getting comics where, he wants
the
Captain.
comic store owner?
Yeah, the comic store owner. Yeah, where the guy where he was talking about how, like, all these writers know how to do is put themselves in the story. They don't know how to write Captain America. They just write themselves as Captain America. And I was like, that's literally what Eric July did for Isom. It's just him. It's literally like just him, but as a superhero. That's all it is. Like, it's not a character. It's just him.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. The Bill said he did ruin Pocahontas in the Conan Barbarian comic.
Okay, that's what I was actually gonna type it in the chat. I didn't expect you to say anything about it. I have Jason Aaron's Conan run. Where did he run Pocahontas, or was there a different book? Because I know he did a different Conan book. So where did he ruin Pocahontas?
Well, no. Okay, so there was. Okay, so here's what happened. I think. Honestly, I feel like it was one of those deals where it wasn't really just Jason Aaron's fault. This was actually something we talked about a while ago, very briefly.
Yeah, he said, I remember that many Blerd caves ago. Yeah, you got to put me on game. I can't remember that.
Yeah, okay, so Pocahontas, him and I think it was Mahmoud Asrar, who were on the book. And it told a story where they introduced a character whose name was I think her name was Princess Mataoka or something along those lines. And basically the way the character was written, it was pretty obvious it was Pocahontas.
Okay.
Now that said, the reason why I think people thought that is because while Pocahontas is known as Pocahontas, Mataoka is a name that she was known to go by.
Okay.
So it kind of drew a little bit of criticism for that in and of itself. That and that the real life Pocahontas was not an adult at the time that the whole, what was it, John Smith, whatever the fuck the motherfucker's name was. I don't have to remember the name of some problematic white man.
Damn, I thought
she
you
was
talking
like
about the Disney movie.
No, well, I mean, no, but I would talk about the actual real life. The real life Pocahontas was like 12 or 13 years old when she was, for all intents and purposes, statutorily raped, or I'm sorry, sexually assaulted, by a grown ass man. Like, it's not that sanitized shit that we got in Disney. The real story of Pocahontas is one that is very sad. And I think it was just the issue. And once again, I didn't read it. I just heard about it. So I don't have as much of a frame of reference. But I remember when it happened, shenanigans went down. And like, I looked into it as much as I can without actually like giving it too much oxygen. But basically the long and short of it is a lot of people felt that, especially considering she was depicted in a very Conan fashion, which is par for the course for women in Conan stories. Women are usually very scantily clad, very hypersexualized. The fact that there was a character in the story that was very likely in reference to Pocahontas and was treated as this, for lack of a better way to put it, a sex kitten, like a sexy femme fatale type woman. I think it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And honestly, I can't hate on that. You said
Mahmoud Asrar, which is who did the art. I'm gonna reread that because I feel like that name you said, I feel like it sounds familiar. Like it may have been in that, and it was just went over my head that's who that was.
Yeah, no, he was the artist. He was the artist. Yeah, he was the artist.
Well, it was the Conan the Barbarian series, and then there was a sequel that same team did, King Conan.
Yeah, King
That's
Conan.
The one I've never read.
Yeah, King Conan here, and I'm pulling this up just so.
So it was in King Conan.
It was in King Conan. Yeah. So
okay, yeah, because I don't remember. I would have remembered that. I don't remember that.
This is the Pocahontas figure in question.
Got you.
And this is why I think people found it a bit wrong.
I didn't read Conan. I didn't read King Conan. I've been trying to find it, and it's been very difficult to find.
Probably for good reason. But
okay.
Because Jason Aaron had to issue a statement. He actually had to issue a statement about it. Like that's how much this caught heat for yeah. So, I mean, and when you think about the fact that, yeah, this is supposed to be a 12 or 13-year-old girl, and not saying that, once again, I'm not saying that it's supposed to be Pocahontas, but I'm just saying that, like, just based on everything that was written, based on the naming conventions, based on how the character is portrayed, you can tell that's what was being gone for here is that. And
well, not in this, because I don't want people trying to misconstrue the shit you just said. We're not saying that was the case in the Conan Jason Aaron book, that she was supposed to be 12 or 13 or something like that.
No. I'm talking about the.
I don't want
I'm talking
people
about
trying to twist your shit.
No. I'm talking about the actual real life figure.
Yeah.
The actual real world, real life, actual person who existed, IRL Pocahontas. So yeah, I would get why people would feel tight. I would feel like if someone tried to do it's not exactly the same thing. Yeah. It's not exactly the same thing. But if someone tried, actually, Raja Hare just said that's basically Salma Hayek. That's basically Salma Hayek in fucking From Dusk Till Dawn. But no, if someone made a comic about Emmett Till, and instead of depicting him as a kid, they just depicted him as a grown-ass man, I would feel the same way. And once again, it's not saying it's the same thing, but just saying that, like, you undermine the actual gravitas and the trauma of the things that actually happen to these real-world people when you either, A, in the case of a 12 or 13-year-old girl, age her up, hypersexualize her, and that's just problematic in and of itself. And then on the flip side, if you did something similar to an Emmett Till where you just made him older, it takes away the fact that this was a kid and you're making this dude look like he's like 30 and got bills and shit. You know what I mean? That's what so I honestly get why it's yeah, I get why people...
It was problematic, and people, you get why they said it was wrong. So here's the thing. I didn't expect us... Here we were supposed to be talking about Ninja Turtles, and we went off and I learned some factoids I did not know, which is all for me to say, Bill, we not reading your fucking comments on the chat anymore, because we done went off and I'm finding shit out that then completely just fucked my head up when it came to Pocahontas, and now I don't know if I really just want to read that. I think I'm gonna have to just keep this one hardcover I got and not touch
and just be
King
done
Conan,
with
because now I have this in my head. Fuck you, Bill. Fuck you, Bill. We're not reading your shit in the comments anymore, or your long-winded ass questions. I'm finna just clown you now. Like I knew none of this, so
it bared bringing up though.
Put me on game as to why, but yeah, I knew none of this. Like that's wild. But
well, and the funny thing is, Jason Aaron got his shit cooked. He got his shit cooked online for quite some time. I'm not gonna read any of this on the chat because I mean we would be here for fucking ever. But I'm gonna send this to you, Carter, so you can just kind of read it as we go along. This is actually this is the article where I found that image. Gotcha. But yeah, basically, he got his shit. Jason Aaron got his shit rocked for the better part of a month. In the wake of all this. But yeah, it was. Basically, in the end, he said that in King Conan #3, I made the ill-considered decision to give a character the name Matoaka. It says that a name most closely associated with the real-life Native American figure Pocahontas. This new character is a supernatural 1,000-year-old princess of a cursed island within a world of passionate and dark fantasy and was never intended to be based on anyone from history. I should have better understood the name's true meaning and resonance and recognized it wasn't appropriate to use it. I understand the outrage expressed by those who hold the true Matoaka's legacy dear, and for all of this and the distress it's caused, I apologize. As part of that apology, I've already taken what I was paid for the issue and donated it to the National Indigenous Women's Resources Center. The character's name and appearance will be adjusted for the rest of this miniseries and in all digital and collected editions. So yeah, basically, yeah, he basically came back. Yeah. So yeah, there's that.
This is so nasty. Now that I'm reading about all this, because
yeah.
you know what? This is what I'll say about this. It really shows you how some shit can get buried, or if you don't actively know about a thing, then you real deal will never find out about it. I never knew about any of this at all. So this is crazy to me because I'm scrolling down and I'm listening to you, but I'm actually reading this shit and like all of that information in my head and to see how she was. This is nasty. This is nasty. This is wow.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a yep. It is a it's a thing. It's a thing. But that said, I do want to say shout out in the chat because I saw the messages, but like it's one of those things that kind of, as we're talking about all this stuff, I just kind of get caught up. But Jason Morgan says, Blerd without fear. Hey, Ernie and Carter is Michael, DJ's father. I have an emotional update in 24 hours. We're meeting the woman who saved my 16-year-old son's DJ's life with a bone marrow transplant. Dude, that is awesome. And he says, Make-A-Wish got a hold of us to let us know we'll be meeting my son's life giver. That is awesome. Dude, you know what? Here, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all DJ get the bomb for that. Dude, that is awesome. So happy for you. And like I said, it's awesome. It is awesome and so just amazing. So glad to hear. And just glad to hear that, DJ's health has been just, getting better and better and better. But yeah, thank you so much for that update, by the way. Thank you so much for that update. Man, we have also, because I don't want to lose this one either. We got one here. This is Pop Culture Guy 3000 with a 199 says Digital Hoopla app is the best place to read IDW TMNT. For the if I'm not mistaken, it's like a public library type deal. If I'm not mistaken,
Word?
I think so.
Because I know people were talking about how of course Comixology is gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you got to download Kindle now.
Yo.
So I thought that Digital Hoopla was something akin to Kindle.
I mean, it kind of is, but not. But yeah, it is. Yeah, it's basically like a library, but the same as what you would do. Like if you kind of like how you used to be able to go to the library. You could technically you still go to a library, but you go check out books, check out movies, check out
of course.
Yeah. It's basically kind of along those same lines.
Because they just came out with a library edition of Invincible recently.
Yes, yeah, actually,
like
Invincible
Volume 3 or something.
Oh yeah, they got just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. This is the website right here. They got that's Invincible Compendium #1 right there, on there. So I mean, all you gotta do is just sign up for it, and you're good. You're off to the races. So yeah, and if it's at the public library, you can get it on Digital Hoopla. So I actually highly recommend it.
Fun fact for people: the library is how I got back into comics.
Yeah, but because a lot of people don't realize you can get a lot of that shit there. But people don't think about the library anymore because it's not cool to go to the library. And let's see here. Oh man, we got one. We got our first. Hold on, let me take a sip.
I really wish you would not. I hope you choke.
Nah, can't do it. So we got one here. This is from Jess. She just sent us a 1999 super chat. Says, I have an assistant at work and she doesn't help me at all. I asked my boss what type of work she can provide each week, given the time zone difference and her fam obligations. I feel scared. Well, here's the thing. As a person who used to be somebody's boss on multiple occasions, having to be the overseer and head, or I'll just abbreviate the HNIC of some shit. I will definitely say, yeah, I've been in positions like that where you have people who are supposed to be like doing work for you or helping you with work and they don't do shit. And honestly, the best thing you can do is just nip that shit in bud, because either one or two things is going to happen. Either that person is going to only get worse because they've been allowed to skate by on so little, or, on the other side of it, you could, potentially miss an opportunity to maybe point out that an employee is not doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and maybe they should be taking steps to correct that. And I mean, in the case that I had, I sometimes just let people hang themselves. When I had a problematic employee, I won't air the woman out, but I used to run a holistic dog food store here in Memphis. Actually did it twice. But two different locations. It was a franchise here in Memphis that actually exists in other states now. I think like they're in Texas and Georgia and elsewhere. But the point is, what I'm really trying to get at here is that the woman in question, she was always late. She didn't do shit when she was there. She was lazy as fuck. And honestly, she just wasn't a good employee. And where I live, you can't really just fire. I mean, technically, I think Tennessee is an at-will state, but you still kind of have to cover your ass so you don't just fire people willy-nilly. Well, point is, getting to that is, I basically just let the woman hang herself. Every time she fucked up, I documented it. Every time she didn't do what I asked her to do, I documented it. I don't like being that guy. I don't like putting people on paper, but like, honestly, I had to let that street sensibility shit in me go when I was at work, because working on an honor system does not help anyone. So yeah, I would say, just make sure you document your stuff, have a paper trail, because then when you say something to somebody, like a higher up or something, you have two legs to stand on, and they have no legs to stand on. That's what I would do. That's my advice.
And I can't stress it enough that what he is saying, you got to take the street shit out of it. So don't think by you documenting something that you snitching. No,
that's not snitching.
You are in a professional environment, so you handle that shit professionally. That's how you're supposed to do that. But I see Bird Nerd in the chat real quick saying that Carter blew my mind today because I never thought about reading some collections at Barnes and Noble. Boy, where you been? Listen, bruh. So there were two reasons for that. Number one, when he stops, what'd you see? No, he didn't. If Ernie said heifer, I'd have walked off. Listen.
Oh no, I thought about it. I actually thought about it.
So when I thought he wanted to say something else, my mind wasn't going to heifer when he said it, because I think I know who he's talking about. But going back to my point, the mall that I worked at, Ernie's GameStop was right around the corner. So, or not right around the corner. I had to go to the goddamn food court. But if Ernie wasn't there for me to just kind of shoot the shit with at his store, if he wasn't at GameStop, there was Barnes Noble right there.
And so just go walk that way.
Walked in there, and that was a lunch break for me, trying to knock out trades and stuff like that. Because the neighborhood that I had moved to, I didn't know where the local library was. So I couldn't do like I did when I was younger, where I was going to read Extreme X-Men or some of Claremont's X-Men, or the Batman No Man's Land, or they even had like Wizards magazine in that spot. So yeah, dude, I think a lot more people. It's a bookstore. They have them benches and chairs and shit there for a reason.
Oh
yeah. Read you some books. Get one of them hardcovers. Get some of them trades. Get a random omnibus you see, and just take your time sipping your shit.
Yeah, was there, because they had the Starbucks in there too. You go up to Starbucks, get you a latte, and sit your ass down because I
Yes,
did
sir.
it recently. I actually sat in there. I read like, what was it? What was it the fuck I was reading? Oh, technically it wasn't really. Yeah, no, it was actually fucking. It was the One Bad Day, or was it?
Okay.
Yeah, One Bad Day. They
One
had
Bad
like some
Day.
of the.
One
Yeah,
Bad
they
Day.
had some of the hardcovers in there. Yeah, it was One Bad Day.
Yeah, dude. And plus with me, it's just that I love to read anyway. Blerd got the notepad in his back pocket at work. It would not surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
It would not surprise me at all. But yeah, dude, just dog. And plus, this is how I would do Barnes and Noble, just on some G shit. This is how you got to think. I have Siege. I have the Marvel hardcover of Siege. I read it at Barnes and Noble. So what you could do is if you're reading something at Barnes and Noble and you really like it, now you know to go get it.
Yeah.
You know to buy
No,
it. You know to
100%.
buy it. Come on, man.
Well, no, and here's the thing. Full disclosure. If you go to a comic shop, what are you gonna do? You're gonna pick up a comic and you're gonna read a little bit of it before you buy it, aren't you? I don't just
Now,
pick up a comic and
some
don't.
shops, because a lot of them shops do it over here. They wish motherfucker would come in there and try to read the comic, the whole thing, and then just put that some bitch back on the shelf.
I'll thumb through it. Like, I'm not gonna read the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I take that back. I will read Gods. I'll read the whole thing of Gods in the shop. I ain't buying that. That he can't get my money. Hickman can't get my money on that. But no, I do want to say LJ Brown with the £4.99 says, "Hi, Ernie Carter. Don't worry." Says, "Don't worry. I lost the bet. And now I'm back. I will start One Piece tomorrow. God, I can't stand that anime." Hashtag Carter's fault. He's like,
my fault. Not at all.
He says, "Wait, why am I suddenly hearing? Who is it? That was it. Ain't my fault." Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Mystical,
Yeah, but somebody else in the chat, they also said they didn't know that you and I worked by each other. That's a conversation that we've had on here several times.
That's how we know each other.
That's how we know each other, because he was working at GameStop after I had left, and I was working in a fucking Hot Topic. That's how your boys' ears became fans of other genres of music, is by working at Hot Topic, listening to rock, listening to metal, and then scaring white people sometimes because they would hear Slipknot, or they would hear Coheed and Cambria, or they would hear Asking Alexandria, and just to mess with them, I would change that shit to Gucci Mane real quick and scare the hell out of them. But
damn.
Man, but yeah, when he and I realized what district managers that we had worked for and the stories that we were always trading. Man.
Well, Bird Nurse said Blerd. Yeah, but I feel it's rude to the store owner if I just come in and read Gods, then leave.
That's disrespectful.
All right, look. Here's the thing. My comic shop owners know I'm gonna break bread with them.
Yeah.
They know when I come in, because I spend money. I don't just buy single issues either. And that's something that a lot of the comic shop owners that I deal with, they know this about me. They know I do not buy single issues unless it's something I just really want. And they are keenly aware that I'm an omnibus guy. So they know that whatever money they lose on me picking up Gods in the store, reading it, and sitting it back down, they know I'm going to buy something else. They know I'm going to buy like a trade or a hardcover or...
I want to go do that today because I have your Flash Omnis literally in my car right now, but I want to go over there.
I just because of first it was like every time I went to the UPS store, the line was out the door, and now it's because it's been snowing like a motherfucker. And now just like, okay, well, I'm just waiting till next week.
Your Omnis are in my car, and I want to go to the comic shop after we're done with the cave today to see if they got something new. But because of the rain, I don't know. I might just to get out the fucking house, to be honest with you. But there is one comment I wanna pull.
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot.
It's from Pop Culture Guy 3000. He says, Carter, Gods was nowhere near as bad as you said so far for me. The reason I want to highlight this comment is something that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
We have our opinions on things. That does not, under any fucking circumstances, mean you take our opinion on something as the gospel. I am happy that Pop Culture Guy 3000 was able to read Gods and enjoy it for himself.
Dude,
More
Rob
power
loves
to
that
you,
shit.
brother. Respect. That was just how I felt about it. That's why when Ernie is talking about reading Gods at a comic shop, you can't even, because anyone that goes to comic shops, you can, just like he did last week with Spider-Man, you can do something without doing something. So you could very easily read a whole comic, but it don't look like you read the whole comic. You just kind of skim through it real quick if you're reading fast. You can't read Gods fast, big time. They don't know you are clearly in there reading some shit without paying for it because you spent 45 minutes reading 2 pages.
Look, they gonna see you sitting here. They gonna see your brow constantly furrowing because like you trying to understand what's going on because it don't make no goddamn sense. They be like, they're like, oh no, wait, are you over there reading our books? It's like, no, I'm not reading. Then why your face keep looking confused? You holding Gods. I know you reading.
See, Elite X1 just said it. You can't fast read all that shit. No, sir. No. But yeah, dude. I like when you all enjoy shit that we recommend. I like when you all enjoy shit that we didn't really like, or that or
I'm not mad at it.
like some shit that I didn't like. The whole point is you made up your own mind on that.
Yeah.
You listen to what we said, you thought about it. Let me go see for myself. Hey, this shit is heat. Good.
Yeah, oh yeah. I will say we got another one here from Jess with 49 says, my boss's peer asked me if I needed assistance with admin tasks that my assistant should be doing. Okay, so yeah, basically, yeah, that means so I am gonna say it this time. That means that heifer ain't doing her job. So
that's definitely be documenting big dog.
Oh yeah, no, look,
Jess, I would have been writing shit down immediately.
Oh
okay?
No, like wait, what was it we were just talking about? Talking about how wordy Gods is.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have written a goddamn omnibus of Gods.
I would
on her ass.
This is going a little. I would say that this is going a little bit too far, but not really. I would look up everything, like the I can't think of the word right now. Everything that an admin is supposed to be doing at that job. And then you go back with everything that you have documented. So she's supposed to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. I am having to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my job. Why am I having to do the things that she is supposed to be paid to do? So yeah, man.
Yeah. No, that's
Look
fair.
up what she's supposed to be doing so that you can then see what you doing and like, why am I doing this? And you hired me for this, but I'm doing this. No.
Oh my God.
Write that shit down, Jess. Write it down. Thank you for that $4.99. I will go get some Little Caesars and I will save you a slice as long as you document and cover yourself. Absolutely.
Yeah, please do. Also, just Morgan says I sent you a question my wife asked. She's hoping for your advice on how to keep our son calm about tomorrow. So
lo-fi music.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you know what? Honestly, for me, despite sometimes people might think I'm pretty like hype a lot of the times, depending on the situation, I'm actually a pretty chill dude. But one of my favorite things in the world is music, and I could not agree with Carter more. Lo-fi music actually keeps me pretty chill. Like in times where like if I'm feeling anxious, I literally like and no bullshit, I'll just turn on the Lo-Fi Girl. It ain't even anyone specific. Just I'll turn on the Lo-Fi Girl channel and just listen to that, and I am chill. I will also say,
I've been around you too long.
What happened?
Because you said you feel anxious and I was about to start singing "So Anxious" from Genuine for some random ass fucking reason.
Don't do it.
Because your ass just will randomly be talking about something, and you just got to sing like this goddamn musical. I was literally just started thinking about "So Anxious" real quick, and then my mind came up with, okay, so when he feels anxious, he plays Genuine and tell his wife to come in the room. Stop singing is what I'm saying. All that is to say, stop singing, because that other shit is rubbing off on me. Quit it.
Nah, we got to. Yeah, this is actually funny because it's coming from a guy like me. I don't like musicals by and large. But it's because I used to be in a band, so that's why. So there you go. That said, I will also say, and your mileage on this may vary, I'm a huge fan of retrowave and synthwave. It's not for everybody. However, a lot of the music in that genre tends to be pretty chill.
Yeah.
So I like to listen to that. I always recommend the band The Midnight. The Midnight's one of my favorite retrowave and synthwave acts, and they're great. They're awesome. They have great music. It's all very reminiscent of the 80s, as you might imagine, but the music is usually pretty chill. Also, I love a good saxophone. And they do tend to have saxophones in their music, which is just fantastic to me. Gunship is usually a little more upbeat, but I like Gunship too, because sometimes even when their music is upbeat, it's still pretty chill. But one of my favorite songs by them is Dark All Day. And was it the Drone Racing League? Yeah, the Drone Racing League. And they have another song called When You Grow Up, Your Heart Dies, which is a really cool song. It's all about not giving up on your dreams. So yeah, there you go. Love it.
Ernie Mojo 88, he said retro and synth wave music is what he was talking to, which actually has there's a lo-fi boy now, and that's the music that he does.
Yeah, there's channel.
It's synthwave stuff.
Yeah, like it's really good stuff. Matter of fact, this is a band I've been listening to a lot because it's actually been instrumental in the inspiration for me writing and drawing my comic. It's a band called Nightlife. We've actually played some of their music on the show before. But they have a song called The New Low, and it's on Spotify. It's easy to find. But yeah, it's fantastic. I highly recommend it. But like it's usually just really chill stuff. And you're just laid back, even when it is kind of like a little bit hype, but like it keeps me calm. It keeps me in a good headspace. I love it. That said, getting back to it though, because we kind of went way off into the weeds. Getting back to it, as far as like the whole the Jason Aaron of it all, I know people have concerns. I know there are people here. There's two different camps. There are people who are incredibly excited for his Turtles run. Mm-hmm. There are people who are absolutely positively not excited for it because they don't like Jason Aaron for one reason or another. I think Jason Aaron, while I don't feel he is a target-rich environment because his work speaks for itself. We've already mentioned some. Scalped, Southern Bastards. While some people don't like his Thor run, I think his Thor run is, I'm not gonna lie, to me, it's the definitive Thor run. But that's just me. He's written one of my favorite story arcs of Black Panther that I talk about all the time. See Wakanda and Die, which was a part of Secret Invasion. He is responsible for some really, really good comics. And I think people kind of like, and we talk about this all the time, and I don't know, maybe it's just bald white men that really catch this the worst. But I would say that, but Tom King is not bald. So people really like to take a writer who, by and large, bats 800. Let's say they bat 800. I would even say 900 in some cases. And like to pretend that because that one storyline they wrote wasn't good, or that they wrote one thing that they didn't like, that suddenly, they're terrible. Like, you can talk shit about Tom King's Batman run all you want, but let's not sit here and pretend that, well, for because usually the parts I hear people complain about the most are the parts he didn't even write. But like when it was like one of those weird side stories that they usually do in between like the real shit, a lot of that shit he didn't even write. But also because we're not gonna sit here and pretend like this man didn't write Vision or Miracle, or not Miracle Man, but Mr. Miracle, and all this other shit. Like, and not to mention, dude's Wonder Woman right now is lights out. The dude wrote, sometimes saying, what was it? The Human Target, that just came out with this past year, or so. Let's not sit here and pretend like this man everything he writes is trash. And I think that's what people tend to do. It's all like, you know how people say that there's recency bias? It works both ways. Like, recency bias works both ways. People tend to just only focus. People just tend to focus. I just saw it. Y'all, first off, y'all ain't shit. And I love y'all for it. That's all I'm gonna say. But that said, real quick, because I don't want to lose any of this. This actually kind of goes to what Carter was talking about earlier. Coburg said with the 199 says, I did have to read Gods twice, but it's a good book. I mean, that's fair. I read it twice, still hated it. Also, they came back with a 1999 super chat and said, been a minute, but didn't the aliens say at the ends of Swords? Oh, Ten of Swords. There you go. At Ten of Swords, say they will never be the phalanx.
There will never be a phalanx because they could not dissect Cable's techno-organic virus. I was trying to read it before you did, so I could do what I just did.
Gotcha. I was like, I thought maybe you had a codex. But no, it says, love you guys, been busy. Please hold till questions at the end. I can't hold till questions at the end because it'll be
Super
gone.
chat, big dog.
Yeah, it's super chat. It'll be gone. So just for edification for everybody, for the chat, once the chat has so much in it, it goes away and I can't access. I mean, technically I can read it, but I can't show it on the screen. And if you pay for it, I do often want to show it on the screen. That's why a lot of times I always feel bad when a super chat fell back a ways and I can't show it. So I like to show it to people because I want people. I want to. It's something I'm proud of. But yeah, so here's the thing. That part doesn't matter because of the fact that the phalanx exist independent of Cable's arm, and the techno-organic virus he has is a modified version of the techno-organic virus that's associated with the phalanx. So it doesn't matter what Orcus or anybody else can or cannot do with his arm because the phalanx is coming regardless. The phalanx they're just a thing. It's gonna happen.
I like these DLC buffs Cable keep getting. Now he able to just turn the damn virus into a strap. Like,
why? Did you see?
Why can he just turn the virus into a big ass gun now? And apparently it hurts to do it.
Yeah, no, because he did this. What was it? X-Men Red. In X-Men Red, I want to say it was an issue. Yep, it was an issue 10. Did you? I don't know if you may not remember this part, Carter, but here I'm gonna pull this up because I want you to be able to see it too. But right here, bam, this was from X-Men Red.
I've completely forgot about that.
And that dude made
That's how the gun looked. Yep.
So he was already, but now the gun he made in the recent issue of Cable. That's a whole other, like here, I'm gonna pull it up. This right here, like this shot, dude. Tell me you wouldn't be scared. Tell me you wouldn't be scared.
Hold on. We gotta talk about this disrespect from the Elite X1. People shit on Tom King's Batman, but y'all excuse Scott Snyder's Batmech with Commissioner Gordon. First of all, I'm not taking that disrespect because Commissioner Gordon's Batman was tight. because let me put it in perspective for you. Batman is basically a trained killer who does not want to kill. Commissioner James Gordon is some white man from Massachusetts that was probably next door neighbors with Triple H's daddy. Okay, he needs some kind of protection. Let that man have Ricky. You sit your head down with that. Plus, I enjoyed Commissioner Gordon as Batman.
I liked it
when it was in Snyder's book, and when Brian Buccellato and Francis Manapul had him in Detective. That was also
okay.
good
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. I forgot about
Gordon's
Detective.
Batman. It went to toilet water toward the end because when Batman came back, they basically just tried to make it out to where all those other issues was just Gordon is trash, or they just made him seem really less than at the end, that Bruce had to come back to fight Mr. Bloom and all that good stuff. But no. You're not finna disrespect Commissioner Gordon and Ricky. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
He will not abide the Commissioner Gordon slander and the Bat Bunny ears. He's not gonna have it.
I wish he actually used the pistol that no, take that back. He did, but the pistol. So here's the thing about it. This Batman had a gun because he was police. It was James Gordon.
Police. Yeah, he the popo.
But because Batman doesn't use guns, Gordon's pistol shot Batarang.
My God, I'm done. So done.
Hey, it was nice. It was nice.
It was. I mean, it was a change. It was a nice change up. I'm not gonna slander it. I do, however, want to get to Gearless Moe's 1999 super chat says.
Let me say this.
Go ahead, read that one out for me. Go ahead, read that one out for me.
You kiss my ass. You ain't gonna get what you want. Because when I read it, I'm gonna tell you how nasty it is. I read it in my head, but sang it. And that's when I caught what it was. You're not finna get me to sing it.
It reminds me of the Sailor Moon meme. I don't know if you've ever seen it, Carter, but there's one where like someone puts a picture of Sailor Moon and it's the lyric, and above it in the meme is the lyrics to the theme song. And it says, and then at the bottom it says, "And why did you just sing this in your head? You did." And why did you not read this in your head? You sang it.
Yeah. I legit read it while you were talking, but I sure as shit sang it and then kept going with the next verse, and that's why I started laughing.
Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit.
Ass.
I still love you though. Y'all ain't shit though. Pop Culture Guy 3000 with the 499 says, I don't know, Blerd, the color purple with lower expectations, but it's been me away. Was it? Well, but it's been me anyway. Minnie just wanted to see it. Oh, I see what it is. Okay. They said Minnie just wanted to see it before. Or man just wanted to see it before I saw Mean Girls. I think I get it now. Okay. Autocorrect fucks up everybody, even myself. I haven't, so I haven't seen the new the color purple yet, and largely because I just have not left my house. But I have actually heard very good things about it. I know a lot of people were thrown off by the fact it's a musical as opposed to being just a movie. Which, I mean, I'm fine with. Apparently, the new Mean Girls, also a musical. My daughter went to go see it while we were doing the cave last week, and she came home and immediately wanted to watch the original. So we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, I will say that I will say, yeah. I'm curious. But no, let's getting back to it though. This is what I'll say, and then we'll kind of move on because we've kind of just been out in the weeds on the Jason Aaron stuff. I think it's gonna be fine. I actually think it's gonna be better than fine. I think it's actually going to turn out to be pretty damn good if I had to hazard a guess. But based on some things that we do know, we know Jason Aaron's going to be writing it. We have not been told who will be on art. Though, I mean, honestly, considering that this is the relaunch after issue 150, the Turtles' cachet has only grown since at IDW. And while the comic sells, I will say this. If there's any one criticism about the Ninja Turtles comics at IDW, if there's any one criticism I will lay at their feet, is that the art is typically very inconsistent because they constantly shift artist between arcs, and sometimes within the same arc. I have seen a couple of times at least where the art changed, like whoever was doing the art for a single story arc, like a 5 6 issue whatever, and like somewhere in the middle or maybe just for one issue that will have it. Honestly, it sucks, but Marvel does it too sometimes. DC as well. Sometimes you don't get, like, hell, not every issue of Joshua Williamson's Superman, which has been great, is drawn by Jamal Campbell, which I think is sad. But you know, his art is to a level where I'm like, you know what? He probably could not do this book the way it would need to be done on an ongoing. Like, it's just there's moments where you just have to recognize that you can't do a certain thing. A certain thing is not tenable. Dropping a book once or twice a month is just it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, because Superman does drop. It is. I feel like that book is like twice a month sometimes. I'd be like, man, dude, they just dropped one, didn't they? But no. I will definitely say though that based on some of the things that he himself has said, basically, I think in an interview. Or not interview, but in a statement, he said that launching a new TMNT comic series in the midst of the character's 40th anniversary is clearly one of those dream jobs of all comic dream jobs, especially for me, a kid who first fell in love with the Turtles all those years ago because of that original Mirage Studios series, buying those groundbreaking issues fresh off the rack, comics that kicked you in the face with their action-packed grit and gloriously raw attitude. He said, I couldn't be more honored and thrilled to get to add to that esteemed legacy of comic book face kicking, especially as part of an amazing IDW run that has expanded the world and timeline of the Turtles in such daring and exciting ways. In terms of what's to come, the kid in me wants you to know that you can expect some good old-fashioned grit, a sprinkle of dark, a new attitude, and all of the bone-cracking action that four mutated ninja brothers can possibly handle. Now, this is where I feel like there is reason to be concerned. Because notice, he said four brothers. He didn't say shit about nobody else. I mean, I think it's safe to assume Master Splinter is in there somewhere. I think that's a safe assumption. I think it's safe to assume you'll see characters like Casey Jones and April O'Neil. I do think it is a little alarming, though, that we're not going to see the fifth turtle. Or they didn't mention the fifth turtle. Jenica. I do find that a little alarming, not gonna lie to you. It is for myself a little sad. Yes, go ahead. Shoot.
Could I kind of like calm you down and let you know everything's gonna be all right, just from just how I think or just what I think he means by that?
Go ahead, shoot.
I don't think you have anything to worry about, just because I feel like the reason he said it like that was more so, let me find their voice first, since that's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. That's who everyone else knows. Let me find their voice, and then I can get Jenica and Old Hob and Krang and Shredder and Mirai and you know what I'm saying. So that's one thing. I don't think you have to be nervous. If he wants to keep it as four brothers so he can get a feel for them and then kind of spread his wings out to everybody else, I think that'd be good, instead of him trying to do everybody first and then now you just have poorly written characters. I think you would be more hurt but Jenica or one of your other favorite characters, him just doing them off rip, and then you just like, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't say that.
I 100%.
So I don't think you have anything to worry about right now. I think you're going to be in some good, safe hands. State Farm is there.
Well, no, it's not so much that, yeah. And to be fair, yeah, there are a lot of characters that are like, so case in point, I think I might be misremembering. I know Shredder died in issue 50. Yeah, it was 50 of Ninja Turtles. That motherfucker stayed gone for about 50. He didn't come back till like 100. And then Splinter got up out of here too. Kind of in and around the same time. So that is technically why, like, the world of the Turtles is very different. Honestly, I have a feeling Splinter will be back at some point. That's just my take.
Let me just say,
but
like,
yes, go ahead.
When I got back on the book, which is probably, I think you probably well past that in the hardcovers, because you've talked about, you've talked about Armageddon Game and things like that. Splinter running, just not reading it, but just knowing that was a thing, and then putting the book away to go do something else. Knowing that Splinter was running the Foot Clan for a while, that's gangster.
Oh,
that's
gangster. No, it was wild. Like, well, and because it led to some really crazy story elements. It led to some crazy story elements that happened that just were completely out of the wild blue. So I see, what was it? I saw oh man, look at this, man. Out here. This dude just out here just doing
Gearless
the Lord's
mode,
work.
man. Gearless
Dude,
mode.
let me look. Man, look at it. Just right there.
With the $99.99, with the full Omni Slash, just thank you. Keep the great work coming. You are welcome, sir. And I want to actually thank you for even though I knew we said we weren't going to talk about it, but I'm going to let you know we're going to do, well, let me just say first, thank you for the PC, and that we're going to do a lot more than just play some fucking video games on it. I'm in the process of trying to figure out a video right now. I was going to wait for Superior Spider-Man to finish up since it's only like 5 fucking issues. Did you know that, Ernie?
What's that?
Superior Spider-Man's only 5 issues.
Yeah, I knew. Marvel,
okay. See,
Marvel has been very much in the vein of doing 5-issue, 4 and 5-issue miniseries as opposed to doing like ongoings. Like when it was announced, I honestly knew off rip it was only going to be 5 issues.
Yeah. Okay. Which is to say, I'm actively working on doing vids and stuff like that, because you all won't leave me alone. And Ernie keeps telling me, bro, it's easy once you start doing it. Look at all the other stuff you already edited and doing. Just do it. So
do it.
yeah,
it's easy.
So,
I mean,
so,
well,
yeah,
no, let me take that back.
You're
let me
saying
take that
thank
back.
us, thank you.
No, let me take that back.
What?
Let me take that back. It's not easy. It's tedious.
Okay.
There's a difference.
So I can just not do them anymore now.
No, you can do them. I'm just saying.
See, look,
I don't want to give. I don't want to give people the wrong impression, because I'll be honest with you. If it was easy, everybody would fucking.
Everybody would do it, of course.
It's tedious. That's what it is. It is incredibly tedious.
Does anyone know if the original creators of TMNT Comics are still writing on their franchise?
No. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Kevin Eastman is always credited for the script because Kevin Eastman oversees a lot of what's being done. Kevin Eastman has been overseeing the IDW run since its inception. He oversees every aspect of it.
Think it's akin to the Dark Horse Buffy comics. It was written by somebody else, but Joss Whedon had to oversee everything until they went to
Boom.
Is it Boom? Yeah,
Boom Studios.
Now it's fuck out of here. We're doing this right now. That's how you get the last Vampire Slayer and things like that. But in this situation, I think it's still Kevin Eastman still have to be like, okay, I like that. Keep
well, and I want to make sure I'm clear on something too. I know there's more than 5 turtles, and I know there's more mutants. But what I'm saying is, when I talk about the turtles as they are right now, I'm talking about the core of the group. I'm not talking about anyone that like just shows up, disappears for a while, or just kind of on the tertiary, whatever. I'm talking about like the core. And Jenica has most definitely earned that spot.
Gotcha.
But because a lot of people, because thing is, I remember when Jenica was even introduced in the first place, a lot of people didn't even know like how she was introduced because they were more concerned with complaining about the fact that she was introduced. But Jenica's a character that you literally spend a lot of time around. God, 50 or so some odd, I think about 50 some odd, almost 50 some odd issues before you actually see her as a turtle. So yeah, it is what it is. But going further on off into that, I think it's going to be fine. I think that the characters are going to be fine. I think they're in good hands. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with what Jason Aaron is doing. I'm just saying, I am of the belief that, what he's probably going to do is he's going to tell the story he wants to tell for a while. And that story, very likely, ain't got shit to do with her. It's not to say that she won't be around. She'll probably just be on the periphery. Same as every other mutant that shows up in that series for a little bit. But yeah, getting away from it.
Oh, wow.
What was up?
Redacted in the chat is saying he's an 88 TMNT fan, and what a beautiful time to be alive.
It is. Well, and like I said in the video I did for it, that's one of the things I talked about. Like, if there's a lot of 80s era Ninja Turtles in that comic. Matter of fact, one of the issues I was rereading the other day, to do videos on, there's one where Michelangelo, literally, a line straight out of the first live action movie where there's a dude swinging some nunchucks. And he's like, oh, a fellow chucker, eh? Yeah, like there's moments like that. There's moments, hell, there's a moment where Raphael yells damn at the sky, just like he did in the original movie. There's moments in the comic that are very reminiscent of the old Mirage comics where there's certain attacks that the Turtles do that like are straight out of the old original comics. There's certain things they say that are straight out of the old original comics. There's even a moment between April O'Neil and Baxter Stockman that is literally straight out of the original Mirage comics. And then on top of that, there's stuff that's straight out of the animated series. Like there was a part where a back and forth between the Neutrinos and the Turtles in the animated series comes up in the comic. Rocksteady and Bebop, who are not from the comics originally, they're from the cartoon. They are they're in the comic as well, and they are used very effectively.
Which is a nice way of saying at times Bebop and Rocksteady ain't bullshitting.
No, like I ain't gonna lie. Ask Donatello of Rocksteady and let me tell you something. A lot of motherfuckers think that Rocksteady and Bebop are a joke.
That is not Seamus and old boy from the Boondocks. That
ain't Uncle Ruckus. That ain't Uncle Ruckus.
Dog. No.
I will say though, there are some moments where they do have some interactions that remind me of that movie. But but for the most part, the IDW TMNT series is literally the best parts of every version of Ninja Turtles you could possibly imagine. But at the same time, doing its own thing.
Are the Power Rangers in it?
No. Well, I mean, but they did have that crossover at Boom Studios, though. They did have the TMNT crossover at Boom Studios, which
they did.
But no,
the anger in his voice when he said it.
No, it has nothing to do with the series. I'm fine with the crossover they did. I find it funny that how people responded to it is more what I'm getting at here. But no, like when I tell you, let me tell you something. Getting back to it, because this is something that I absolutely just effing loved.
Yeah.
When City Fall happened,
cold,
bruh. If you
City
weren't
Fall was so fire,
bruh, if you weren't on the Rocksteady and Bebop train, hoocha! Look, let me tell you something. Rocksteady and Bebop was out here catching bodies. Look, old Hob might be the cat with the gat. But Rocksteady and Bebop had that sledgehammer, if you feel where I'm coming from. Like I said, ask Donatello. Look, all you got to do is ask Donatello if Rocksteady and Bebop are about that life.
Before any of you all ask in the chat, what is Ernie talking about? This is all we'll say on it, and then you just got to read it for yourself.
Yeah.
Bebop and Rocksteady had a sledgehammer and told Donatello, it's time to play the game.
Right. Look, and when Donatello said, huh? They was like, it's time to play the game.
Donatello don't even listen to Motorhead, but he heard it in the background.
look, all Donatello heard was a look, Bebop was like, look, it's all about the game and how you play it. But no, not only that, yeah, I mean, they told the motherfucker, you about to go, look, Teddy Long may as well have came out there and said, hold on a minute, player. Donatello, I'm booking a tag team match, or you gonna be going up against two Undertakers. You going against Undertaker and Kane. Like, honestly, you could call these dudes the Brothers of Destruction. You really could. You really could. But no, Donatello, he caught it. He caught it in that one, man. I honestly, as a Donatello stan, I feel like it hurt me the most. But no, like, they've been doing a lot of really cool stuff. They've been doing a lot of cool-ish with the series as a whole, and I feel like it's going to be in good hands for the most part. I think that if there's any, like, honestly, I think the worst that could happen is that the art isn't consistent. Yeah, if the art isn't consistent, that's the only thing I would. But I feel like, you know what, with thinking about the fact that this is going to be a relaunch and IDW is going to have all eyes on them because you're going to just hit 150. You're relaunching this franchise. You've signed a new exclusivity deal. You're going to probably bring on some A1 talent. And well, I'll be honest. I don't think the Ninja Turtles comics have always had the best art either. They do sometimes, and then other times they don't. Take your pick on when those moments are. But I do feel like the storytelling is always so consistent that I don't even care a lot of the time. I don't even pay the art really any attention, honestly. So you can have anyone on there. I really like when Sophie Campbell was doing the art for the comic. I liked it even better when she was writing it. But I feel like, that's going to be the one thing. Like, if the art is not on, I'm not going to say not on point, but if the art is not as serviceable as it has been up to this point, or better, I feel like that would be the one bad thing that I would be the most concerned about.
I'm just really excited just because of a point you made about the Turtles being big right now. Yeah. And with them being big, because I don't think a lot of people understand how huge Jason Aaron at IEW writing the Turtles is. Because a lot of the times, just from what I've seen, it's normally people that are in-house at IDW or just some people that you may not have heard of or that I have personally never heard of. I didn't know who the fuck Sophie Campbell was. I thought the art was nice. And then when I started reading some of the stuff that she had written for the Turtles, just because Ernie had been constantly talking about it, I became a fan of that as well. But again, didn't know who the fuck this person was. So with the success of the Turtles and the amount of star power that it's getting now on the writing side of things, I'm really excited for the future of them and to see who they could get on art. I love that they are big enough to where we ain't got to worry about seeing a TMNT comic penned by the dastardly fiend known as Greg Land, but I think Jason Aaron being on the book is a really good start, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen for the future of this with everybody else who's going to try to jump on the turtle train or in the turtle copter or in the turtle car or in the
the turtle van, man.
There you go.
Also, that's another thing I really appreciated was how long it took them to get the actual turtle van in that comic. They
Oh, yeah,
literally,
somebody clowned me earlier. It was like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself saying that the turtles are eating Dominoes. I'm gonna ask you a very stupid ass question. Is Domino's bad to y'all? I mean, I understand Pizza Hut. I grew up on Pizza Hut. I know all about Pizza Hut, but it's just thought, is Domino's bad? Have I been doing a disservice to myself?
this man.
I kind of like Domino's.
I mean, look.
See, look at that noise you just made. Have I been doing bad?
I mean, I like Domino's just fine, but it's not my first choice.
Okay.
It's not my first choice.
I'm gonna say something really sexually explicit because LP3 made me say this. He said, "Imagine the turtles with Marco Cicchetto's art." I got hard at that thought. That's very inappropriate to say.
I mean,
but that would be fire, bro. Look at it.
So basically, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, that would be
fire. But you know what? But you know what would make me mad is that I know he wouldn't do every issue.
Yeah.
He would take some breaks. Like, I mean, like, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I know this isn't for everybody. I know this might turn some people off. I don't know. I don't care. But like, this is just a for me. When there were a couple of different artists that tackled the turtles that I thought did really, really well. I mean, like, and like I said, one of them obviously is gonna be one of them is obviously gonna be Sophie Campbell. That is like, and this is technically just a random picture that I'm pulling up here. It's not indicative of anything, but like, just to kind of give you an idea, this is like the turtles just out on the town, kind of doing their own thing, right here. But like, I always liked it because she kind of put like a kind of, I don't want to say anime manga vibe on it, but like I don't know. There was something about that just really kind of spoke to me. But then like there was another one, and I'm trying to remember exactly roughly around which time this was all going down. But I want to say it was around like I think they were handling turtles in between like the 50s or right around 50, I think it was. I think it was actually right around issue 50. And here, I'm gonna pull this up because I think this is actually a pretty like slick little bit of stuff here. Actually, they had multiple artists kind of jump in and out on this one. But like, I'm gonna pull this up and we'll just kind of scan it. But like right here, like this, I'm trying to remember, like, I don't remember who was on for this one, but like, yeah, seeing like Rocksteady, Bebop, just like throwing all in. You got the fucking turtles, you got Metalhead, which by the way, Metalhead is there because Donnie is, well, yeah, anyway. But yeah, like just like shit like this, I was like, dude, I love it. I fucking love it. I ate that shit up. It was fantastic. It was good all the way the fucking around.
So
Matteo Santaluco, that's who it was.
Okay.
Matteo Santaluco.
I was actually able to find, this is the only thing that I was able to find, but Marco Cicchetto has actually drawn a turtle.
Really?
Hold on. I'm going to send this to you right now. Can I blow this up? It'd be really fire if I could blow this up.
I think I found it.
Is it okay, it's supposed to be Mikey.
Let's see here. Yep, I see it. Yep, I got it.
Yep.
I got it. Here, I'm pulling it up now. If it's the one I think it is, I could be wrong here.
Nunchuck at the top.
Yep.
Look like he hollering. Yep. Yep.
That's it right there.
Marco Cicchetto just drew a turtle.
There you go. So there you have it. I mean, like honestly, I would like to see that for like 22 pages. I don't know if it'll. I don't know if he would be. I don't know if Marco Cicchetto has the stamina for it, but I mean,
why you bringing up? Why you bringing his stamina into the?
I mean, I'm just saying. That said, yeah, I'm in for a penny in for a pound on this.
Yeah,
I'm in for a penny in for a pound. I would love to see some more of this. I think this would, like, if you could get an artist of his caliber on this book, I would eat it up. I would be a liar. I would be a liar if I said I wouldn't. Okay.
Ooh, here's one for you.
What's that?
Pepe Larraz on a goddamn, or Joshua Cassara on a Turtles book.
Man, I tell you what. First off, either one of them, the book is instantly goated.
Joshua Cassara on a Turtles book,
bruh. Instantaneously goated. Stop.
Since y'all are buddies now, I'm gonna need you to ask him just a quick turtle sketch. We need to.
Can we get a turtle sketch? Can I commission your?
Since that's your boy, since y'all went and played bingo last month.
Oh Lord, this man.
Go ahead and ask that brother for a turtle sketch one good time for
man.
The culture. Show him this clip so you can just be like, I didn't want to ask you this. Hell, I'm not even asking you this. It's this damn co-host. So you can clip it and send it to him.
Look, let me tell y'all something. If I knew for 5 seconds, just for 5 seconds, that we could have the Joshua Cassara or the Pepe Larraz on a Turtles book, I'd fucking fall out.
Ryan Stegman on the Turtles would be dope. That would be fire.
Shut the fuck up.
But no. Anarchy Hamster saying he talking about Daniel Warren Johnson on a Turtles book. That would be off the chain.
Look, because you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen, right? You know what's gonna happen. Okay, first off, you know what's gonna happen if Daniel Warren Johnson is drawing Turtles. You know what's gonna happen. You know they going to that arena again.
Ooh,
you know they going to that wrestling, and you know Raphael gonna put somebody in the Batista bomb.
Elite X1, you are the man. He just tweeted, or he just posted in the Discord a piece that Pepe Larraz did in Greentober. He drew the Turtles. He just posted it in general.
Yeah, I see it. I see it right now. I'm pulling it up right this second.
Ryan Stegman on the Turtles book will be fire.
Bruh, okay, nah. All right, now that I've seen this, I don't want to see no more. I do not want to see anything else because now my mind has been poisoned. My mind's been poisoned, and now no turtle art will ever stand up to this.
That's fire,
dude.
That's a dope one. That's
Bruh,
a dope one.
If Pepe just if IDW came out today and said, "Man, Pepe Larraz is going to be with Jason Aaron on the art for this,"
I would be scared that IDW was going into bankruptcy or something with the amount of money that they probably paid Pepe Larraz.
Bruh.
If they said, yeah, we're gonna have Pepe Larraz on covers, okay, IDW, do your thing. If they say he is in interiors, y'all absolutely oh boy, because you know that man is trying to outrage.
Dude, Triple Dot 31, you ain't shit. I just made the Kingpin jumping noise seeing that Pepe art. Look.
Do not do what we are doing, y'all, because we are just getting our hopes up, and then we're going to get that art, and ain't nothing going to compare. And it could be very good art, but ain't nothing going to compare, dude.
Dude, Jorge Jimenez, that would be another one. Dude, there's too many good ones. There's too many good ones out there. Like, honestly, if they did it, I would eat it up. I would eat. I saw someone bring up Hickman. Hickman ain't drawn. Hickman,
I don't want Hickman nowhere near the Turtles.
Look, let me tell you something. I don't want Hickman within a country mile of the Ninja Turtles. If I found out that Hickman and the Ninja Turtles were in the same state, I would be upset. because he would overcomplicate the fuck out of it. He would take a simple premise and he would try to fucking decorum that shit, and I don't want it. Keep that motherfucker the fuck away from it.
It would be 3 heavily worded issues of the ooze that created the Turtles.
Look, you know what we're gonna find out? We're gonna find out April O'Neil was a mutant all along, and that she didn't live 10 different lives up to this point, and each life is a version of the Ninja Turtles that we have seen. It's gonna be the first life was the black and white Mirage comics, and then the second life is gonna be the animated series, then the third life is gonna be them live action movies, and then it's just gonna keep going, because you know what that means. That means one of her lives was next mutation, and then next thing you know, it's gonna go to the point where we're gonna find out, oh, April, yeah, by the way, she really the bad guy the whole time. She actually been she actually been making moves in the background with Shredder and Krang, and she'd have betrayed the Turtles, and now Donatello is now having to act as the Master Splinter. Leonardo is having to still lead, but he got one arm now, and he can only swing the one sword. So now he putting the other sword in his teeth like he fucking Zorro from One Piece. And then we got it just no. Oh, and then the Turtles can't die. They can't die. They got every time one of them get hurt, they get resurrected. They just bloop.
We find out in 2 trade paperbacks worth of story arcs that Casey Jones is a mantle.
No,
there's a mantle of Casey Jones, and you only know if you see a hockey mask somewhere and you just say Casey Jones is like this.
Yeah, that's it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm done. House of Turtles. The powers of the foot.
Powers of foot. Oh.
I'm done with y'all. The April O'Neil storyline sounds fun. Hey, IDW, I'm here all week. But no. She gonna
Turtles. Powers of foot is nasty.
Rise
that
of
is
tea.
Nasty work.
Oh my god. April O'Neil gonna turn to a killer cyborg.
We love Jonathan Hickman. We are fans of Jonathan Hickman.
We are. Oh, dude, you know what I just realized? You know it'd be some nasty shit. Greg Land on the Turtles.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, that would be
okay.
That would be too nasty.
I'm gonna ask something of y'all because you all have done it before.
Sins of Stockman. I'm done with y'all. The Shell Koa. Yo,
Sins of Stockman is nasty work.
Wait, no, look at Shell Koa.
He said Sins of you can't beat that. Sins of Stockman, Shell Koa, instead of Monster Town or Mutant Town or whatever the fuck. Shell Koa.
Wait a minute. I'm done. What if there was 4 Stockmans? What
if there is a planet dedicated to Casey Jones called Asteroid Jones?
I'm done with y'all.
The planet was in the shape of a goddamn hockey stick,
bruh. Oh my god.
Casey Jones is.
Oh my god. Oh, mutant and proud, Lord. I'm here for it though. You say that.
You are I'm sorry, but like I'm gonna keep going back to that.
Stop it right now.
Sins of Stockman, you ought to be ashamed.
Splinters
of Stockman is nasty.
Wait, 10 lives of Raphael. wait, 10 lives, 10 deaths of Raphael? Bet.
Okay, wait. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I will fuck around and read that. I ain't even gonna
Wait a
hold
minute.
you.
Wait a
That
minute.
actually sounds kind of crunk.
We find out like General Trag has been going back in time, trying to kill Master Splinter back in feudal Japan, and Raphael just going back trying to stop him. Meanwhile, April O'Neil out here like working with Krang and Shredder, trying to turn into a killer cyborg.
Y'all ever have somebody say some stupid shit, but then there are those rare moments where someone says some stupid shit, but then you actually kind of pause and think about it for a sec, and 10 Lives, 10 Deaths of Raphael actually sound low-key gangster. Like,
Oh, yeah. No, dude, 100%. Wait, can we get a here? I'm gonna put it in the chat for your Mojo Quid. I got you. I got you.
Zeke Morningstar, shout out to you. What if they did a Rorschach book, but it was like Casey's cases?
Bruh.
Why Casey got Casey Jones journal? Tom King just does a Casey Jones book in the helm of Rorschach.
My lord, I'm so done. I'm so done. Let's see here.
House of Bunga.
My God, the House of Bunga. No, stop. I got to stop you right there. Oh, let me see if this one still works. Hold on. Yep. There you go, Mojo Quid. We got you. Also, for those who are here in the chat, if you do want to join the Discord, link is in the description. That's a I would the shell fire. All right. Shell fire gala. All wait a minute. Said visions of Hobbs, all from old Hobb point of view. Wait. Here. No, for Hobb, he got the 10 of Gats. he got the 10 of Gats. That's what he got.
Ooh, shut up. I just had an idea.
Yeah.
I just had an idea. Ooh.
What you got?
What if they did a Fallen Angels with old Hobb, Bebop, and Rocksteady?
Bruh. Stop.
And that
Stop.
And what was the Snapping Turtle? The Snapping Turtle.
Yeah, Slash.
Old Hobb, Bebop, and Rocksteady, but it's Fallen Angels.
Bruh. Stop. I would read the fuck out that shit, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hold you. I would read it. I would 100% fucking read it, dude. Could you imagine? We got a book that was just nothing but like just Hobb, like it's the Mutanimals that we never got. Look, you see shit. Look, Hobb just pull up, be like, I'm putting together a team.
Dude, H-Force,
right? Yeah, Hobbs, he got H-Force. Wait, dude. Old Hobb is beast. That man's gonna be out here doing all kind of dumb shit.
Oh, bro.
Oh no, wait, no, better. What if Donatello just broke bad? Donatello just started turning on the rest of the turtles.
Okay. So real quick. I kind of want to clown some people for a second because you brought up Beast, and I'm trying to see where we at on time.
The Shellions, get out of here!
The Shellions. Ooh. Hey, old Hobb and the Exiles. I'd read it. Old Hobb and the Exiles. I would read that.
I'm not gonna lie, when I read that comment from Nerdla, Shell Force, I almost sang it because of Myth Force.
Oh God.
Shell Force.
Okay.
Donnie about to clone himself and be a menace. Could you imagine being like 10 Donatellos?
Could you imagine that scene of just all the clones of Donatello realizing this one is trying to like run shit, and then we just see a whole panel of Donatello murdering Donatello?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Donatello with a bunch of clones, a slash. A Slash. If he had a bunch of clones, a Slash doing his dirty work.
Hold on.
Oh God, I love it here. I fucking love it here. I fucking love it.
Where is it?
Whew, I almost died off that.
I gotta find it.
Oh, wait a minute. What if we got a book? TMNT Before the Fall, Heralds of Leatherhead. What do we got? Because Leatherhead.
Look at that panel I just sent you from X-Force. Imagine that with Donatello.
Oh, wait a minute. God damn.
Imagine that with Donatello.
Like Donatello's out here, he got the staff
With the
and
50 cal.
he'd have turned the staff into a 50 cal.
Like, imagine that with your Donatello with the scope on somebody, dog.
He's like, yeah, I'm about to go lay a motherfucker down real quick.
Oh my Lord.
I'm fucking done with this.
What are we recommending this week?
Yeah, let's do that.
What are we recommending?
Oh, you know what?
Real quick, because I brought up Avengers earlier, and then you just mentioned Hank McCoy, which you just popped something back into my head.
Yeah,
you know
what's
how
up?
so many people are so angry and upset of the development of Hank McCoy and him being how he is right now.
Yeah.
So with me going back and reading Hickman's Avengers, because I'd only been reading his new Avengers way back when. And I'm up to the time runs out shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Dog, a lot of people tend to forget that the Hank McCoy we got now, we saw that same Hank McCoy in Hickman's Avengers with the Illuminati and Doc Green. Why do y'all forget?
Oh yeah, no, this wasn't even a new development, man. He was acting a whole monkey out here for
Miss Hank McCoy.
Yeah.
He wasn't putting dog. I'm gonna tell you, this is why like it's always good to go back and read things. For all of you all that don't know, Hickman's Avengers took place after Avengers versus X-Men, and Xavier was dead. Xavier's Infinity Stone that he had was then given to Hank McCoy. That's who he wanted to give it to. Hank McCoy then joins the Illuminati at that time. This is when incursions were happening. This is the whole planets are getting destroyed. The Ultimate Universe came and merged with the main Marvel Universe and all that. That Hank McCoy was much worse. Why?
Yes.
Why do you ask? Because that Hank McCoy wasn't just trying to kill people for the betterment of mutants one good time. The Hank McCoy in Hickman's Avengers was with the Illuminati wiping out planets and wiping out the universes. They were wiping out universes. Him, Doc Green, Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, they were wiping out everybody.
Oh yeah, no, everybody caught it. Everybody caught it.
And Benjamin Percy and his Hank, go back and read Jonathan Hickman and shut your ass up one good time.
Oh yeah, no, dude, he was wild. He was wild. I'm gonna say my recommended is going to be, since we literally just talked about it, and I just going back and revisiting it all in my head. I'm just like, you know what, that shit was so fire. So I'm gonna recommend Ninja Turtles Volume 6, City Fall.
That's a dope cover.
City Fall is basically you're about, by this point, almost a third of the way through what has been released so far of just the core Ninja Turtles title. And I don't want to give away too much because I am going to do some videos about this too. But what I will say is this story is perfect because it's the culmination of all things building up to this point. It's the culmination of all the different rival gangs in the TMNT IDW universe kind of converging on each other, but more specifically, this is the culmination of the war between Splinter and the Turtles and Shredder and the Foot Clan, all like just converging on each other. It is, I would say, probably one of the coolest story arcs that you will read in the Turtles, and that is a high bar to clear because there are so many other good ones too. I mentioned, when we did the Blerd Awards, I mentioned the Armageddon game, which was fire. But like, City Fall is like I feel like City Fall is actually the first real crossover, or not crossover, like kind of like event in the TMNT IDW universe. Everything up to that point was just them telling a story. But this was like one of the first like real, like this is like a story arc. You're like, oh shit, it's going down. So yeah, that is going to be my recommendation. And this is now to give you an idea of how long ago this was, because like I said, Tom Waltz exited at issue 100, I believe, on Turtles. So Tom Waltz was still writing this in conjunction with Kevin Eastman's oversight. And the artist I mentioned earlier, Matteo Santaluca, is on art for this. So this is, like I said, it's fantastic. Fantastic. Carter, what you got?
Something that I have been recommending all week. It was a fantastic first issue, and it really made me want to go watch a Clint Eastwood movie. My recommended this week is going to be, without question, Avengers Twilight. Ooh. Chip Zdarsky, Daniel Acuna. This book was great, dude. This book was just, it was fantastic.
It was very good.
It was very, very good. And I'm gonna say something because I want you to kind of go in here not knowing what it is. But what I will say, and I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I'm gonna tell you my reasons. We have older versions of our characters. We have really, I don't know, just really beautiful kind of paint, kind of really just a really fantastic art with this. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but basically where I'm going with this is older characters, really purposeful art, Elseworlds kind of story.
Yeah.
I feel like Avengers Twilight is going to be Chip Zdarsky and Daniel Acuna's Kingdom Come for Marvel.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I would emphatically agree with that.
Okay.
Especially in terms of the art style. Like the art style is very stark. It gets the point across of what it is that is being done. It is very much a story that is the end. It's like this, like, where do you because you can't go anywhere after this. Like, this is like you said, it is an Elseworld style story. It's not canon or anything, at least as far as we know. It has been made canon, but what we know about it up to this point is that by the time you read the first issue, you get to the end of it, you are going to see a world that is very, very messed up. And it doesn't seem to get any better. I talked about it in my video for it, and I thought it was fantastic. A lot of the stuff that Chip was doing, Chip was cooking on this one, and yeah, no, I agree 100%. I agree 110%. Everything you just said. It's I want the rest.
Like, read this book, and I would also tell you to read, because this is the second time I feel just like he did it with Justice League Last Ride, I think he's gonna do it with Avengers Twilight with these team books. So absolutely, emphatically, read Avengers Twilight. And I saw someone in the chat, where is it? Trap God Thanos saying this is gonna be so sick when it's all collected.
Yeah, true.
But I would honestly tell you, take your ass to that comic shop and read this first issue. One of my boys, I actually recommended it to him, and he got mad when I recommended it to him because he was like, "Hey, I don't know how to work this Kindle app. Where's the other issues and stuff like that? I said,
Oh,
no,
no,
the
that's
first
it.
issue just came out this week. You motherfucker, you should have waited till like it was 2 issues in. Now I'm finna be fiending for it. So.
Man, it's gonna be good. Like
It's gonna be good. This
that good.
I have. There's no doubt in my mind. This is gonna be fantastic just off that first issue. This is gonna be good.
Also, shout out to Endless Cemetery over on the Twitch side. It says, hey, hope you're having a good stream, mate. We are. We're actually having a pretty good one so far. And also, thank you for that first time chat. But yeah, now that I think yeah, I think those are some solid as fuck recommendations. And let's move on over to our questions from the Discord. Let's jump into it. We got I'm pretty sure I saw some go in like days before we even started, but yeah, here we go. This one is this one's from like a few days ago. This from Urban Prince of Strong Style says, good morning, Blerd and Carter. Question. Does Black Panther really need the heart-shaped herb? Would love to read a run where T'Challa lost the heart-shaped herb, but still the Black Panther. Happy Saturday.
Isn't that your favorite run?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So here, let me. Wait. Here, I want to do the voice. Let me introduce you to the Black Panther, who has had the power of the heart-shaped herb.
You sound like Christopher Judge's T'Challa from that Avengers game.
that is on purpose. That is on purpose. Thank you very much. But no, one of my favorite runs of Black Panther is Black Panther Man Without Fear. So I would direct you to that. Now, here's a caveat I will put on this. So the Black Panther, while he does have the heart-shaped herb that grants him his power, it is something that he does technically have to come back to from time to time. When he is doing this arc, he does not have the typical vibranium suit that you would associate with Black Panther. He does not have any of the gadgets and tech that you would normally associate with Black Panther. And while one can make an argument that he probably still has some residual effects of the heart-shaped herb in his system, it's one of those situations where he's not regularly getting that heart-shaped herb. Is one of the reasons I like it. Raja here says Nigeria's gonna get you already. Hey, look, honestly, I was just quoting Christopher Judge, man. I was just trying to be like Chris Judge, man. You know, I was trying to be like Kratos out here, man. You know, I'm just saying. But no, this is bar none one of my favorite Black Panther stories. So, because this Black Panther broken down to his most basic elements, and it's why I like what Evil Ewing is doing with Black Panther right now, because she's broken him down to a street level hero. And I like Black Panther on the street level because I feel like when you have him up on that upper echelon, it's not saying that it's not good, but I feel like it's easy to fall into the same old tropes of, oh, well, my kingdom is being assaulted, or someone's trying to depose me from my throne. He has no throne to be deposed from now, so now he can focus on the shit that really matters, and that's protecting his country in any way that he can. It's not to say that, oh, well, what do you mean? He's not protecting Wakanda anymore. No, he is protecting Wakanda, but now he's, in the case of Man Without Fear, he's actually just protecting Hell's Kitchen. He's covering for Daredevil in the wake of, what was it, Shadowland. You know, Matt's got to go get his mind right after he acted a whole monkey. And Black Panther comes in because that's the only person Daredevil trusts to protect his city while he's gone. So that's why all that is going on there. But in case of Evil Ewing, it's a situation where, he's protecting Wakanda, but he's protecting the part of Wakanda that he is neglected for a long time. And that is burning T'Chaka. He's protected the Golden City, that shit we saw in the MCU, burning Zana. He's protected that motherfucker left and right. But he has not protected the actual real life down in the dirt people of Wakanda that we never see. And I think that's great. I like it. But getting away from that is that question. That is that question. Getting back to it, we got one from the Elite X1. It says, as always, I've dug into the dark and dirty bowels of the web to find Blerd and Carter the most trying of questions. So here you go.
So I'm going to tell you so you ain't got to click that link.
I already have it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I already have it. This was light work for me. Light work.
Okay.
But no. This is a screenshot. This is the thing I actually saw making the rounds.
Yeah.
Like after Elite X1 sent it to us in the questions, I actually was like looking around and I like just not even looking for it, but just like scrolling around on like Reddit and Facebook, so on and so forth. I was like, oh shit, it's here too. But no, it says, yeah, if every character pictured was given the opportunity to recreate the super soldier serum that was injected into Steve Rogers, who would be able to recreate the serum the fastest? Now, I do want to point out, doesn't say accurate, just the fastest.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'd be a fool not to put Mr. Sinister at the top of the list.
So, just for everybody that can't see this, the choices were MODOK, Moon Girl, T'Challa, Lex Luthor, Hank McCoy, and Mr. Sinister, of course, like Ernie is mentioning. And he wants top 2. So who would be your second choice?
My second choice, honestly, like I said, it's the fastest, not the most accurate.
Yeah.
It'd either be Beast or MODOK. It would be between the two, Beast or MODOK. I think would be able to do it the fastest. But like I said, there's a difference between accuracy and quickness.
Okay.
And I only even bring MODOK into the equation because he has worked on similar shit before. So but yeah.
With it saying fastest, because I didn't take that into consideration like you did. I would actually say, since he wants top 2, I would say MODOK. And I would also say Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Main reason for Lex, for sure, is because he has tried to recreate Superman several times, the fast route and the slow route, and your ass is still getting Bizarro big time. You ain't got it like that.
Nah.
And with you saying that MODOK has created it or has attempted to create things like that and mess with it in the past, you know, you'd be a fool not to say MODOK. I will say, when I saw this and I saw Sinister's name, I immediately took him out of the equation just because I feel like with Sinister, because I almost said Sinister, and then I was like, nah, he wouldn't recreate it because he would always put something else in it and tweak it.
Well, no, not only that, he also already has Captain America's DNA.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So there's that too. But yes, you are right. He would put some of himself in there because he can't help himself.
That sounds so nasty.
Look, he's the epitome of the scorpion and the frog. He's like, look, if he gave you the super soldier serum and you took it, and then suddenly you start turning into him, you're like, but you said this was super soldier serum. And he's gonna be like, yeah, and I'm Sinister. That's what I do.
So many people are forgetting what Elite X1 just put in the chat. Lex did that Apex Lex shit with the Martian Manhunter DNA. A lot of people tend to forget about that. I don't know if it's because like they don't want to think about that shit, or just people forgot that was a thing for a little while there.
I think people forgot. Because I remember I did a video about Apex Lex, and folks were like wiling about it because it was like man, Lex Luthor and his cell game shit.
Oh my god,
that dude was on some cell games. Energy, like hard body. So I totally know. But the thing is, I liked it. I thought it was a cool story arc. I just, I feel like, people probably didn't pay it as much attention as they probably should have. But I thought it was solid.
Okay.
I think the only other, the reason you said Bizarro, that was kind of what made me think about the whole like, oh yeah, he would probably do it quick, but he'd get it wrong.
Yeah. We got another one here from Trap God Thanos saying, "Good afternoon, Blerd and Carter. Since both of you enjoyed Ultimate Spider-Man, yes, we did. Did that make you more excited about the other books / universe going forward? I'm still most hyped for Ultimate Black Panther, and those people who showed up for Spider-Man better show up for this book. Otherwise, they're going to have a similar fate to those lazy motherfuckers who don't get those motherfucking likes up. Side note, I can't wait for these crazy Spider-Man to call Hickman a hack when he introduces the smallest bit of family drama in this story."
I mean, look, I know it's going to happen because it only takes one, and I say misstep, I don't mean he's going to misstep, but I mean it takes one misstep in the eyes of fans. Quotey fingers, air quotes. You can't see what I'm doing right now, audio listeners, but I'm doing air quotes right now. Quotey fingers fans. But yeah, it is disturbing to me how quickly people will turn. How quickly people will turn on their on the writer that they love so much.
I'm gonna turn on y'all in a second if y'all don't get these likes up, because the Elite X1 just put me on game because I did not realize where our likes were right now. I'm gonna need y'all to get them up.
I see 151.
Okay. There we go.
And maybe, you know what, I will say sometimes probably because of the fact that I don't always like keep the studio open. Sometimes maybe they don't update in real time until like I switch over to it. But yeah,
I think I had to refresh YouTube. I think that's what me and the Elite X1 had to do because he said we ain't broke 54 likes. I had to refresh it because I was.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that too. That's I saw it. No, I saw it too because when I switched over, it did say 54, and when I switched over tab, it immediately jumped up to like. So yeah, no, you're not wrong there. You're not wrong. Yes, 152. There you go. It's like 161 now or something like that.
Yeah.
But no. But please. By all means, if you have not clicked that like button yet, go. Come on.
All right.
You know what to do. You know what to do. Anyway, getting back to what you were just saying, though, about this question. I am looking, and I think I still stand by my statement. I don't give a fuck about the Ultimate Universe that Hickman is crafting, but I do care about that Spider-Man so far. I am interested in the Black Panther if for no other reasons being written by Brian Hill. That's it.
Okay.
The thing about the Ultimate Universe is, and even though technically it's not the same Ultimate Universe as what we had before, it is definitely eating off the table of that universe in some respects. And I don't like that universe. It aged like milk immediately, like the expiration date. The milk was spoiled almost as soon as it came out. Like it was
even with the changes that Hickman has done.
Even with that, I'm still just kind of like, well, because I give him credit. He's created a new Ultimate Universe, but it's at the same. I know it's not going to have the same problematic bullshit that the original one had, but it's just one of those things. That universe is so burned into my mind as being what it was that I'm just kind of like, I'm good.
I got you.
I do like this, though. I do appreciate the fact that Hickman, even though it is a new universe, he is keeping some continuity from the main universe. Like the fact that when you go over to that Ultimate Spider-Man and Daredevil is a preacher, he's a priest in that universe, too. It is just like, I kind of half expect him to still be a lawyer, but no, Hickman was like, nah, he's a priest. Okay. Like I didn't know if that was him dunking on the fact that, my universe, he's always been a priest. He's always been the way he probably should have been from the jump. We got another. This is a JWR 2.0.
That one we've already already discussed. Yeah, because we told everybody that the IDW Turtles.
Yeah, that's
true. The best jumping on point. Yeah.
Yes. 100%. So let's go to Batman 1701. Says, have you seen this man lately? What is this?
His name, it's a character by the name of Amazing Man.
Okay, so funny story. And you're probably going to shit yourself when I tell you this. But I want you to go look for what is the top video in the search. on YouTube for Amazing Man. And look who made it. So I almost...
Oh, you say what? Rob's video? I'm just fucking.
Nah, I'd kill you. I'd fucking kill you. I'd reach that motherfucker and snatch you through this son bitch and kill you. Rob don't talk about Amazing Man. I love Rob to death, but I guarantee you, if I asked him to, you asked him about Amazing Man, he'd have to think about him for a minute. Because don't nobody talk about Amazing Man. But I'm gonna answer this in the Discord. Yep.
Oh, he's from Amazing Man is from Decatur, Mississippi. I heard that.
Yep. Matter of fact, there are 3 different Amazing Men. And Amazing Man, some people don't know, marched with Dr. King. That is canon in the DC Comics universe.
Heard that.
Yeah, but no, Amazing Man is great. I know some people might think he's new because of that Crisis on Infinite Earths animated movie that just came out, because he is in that. But Amazing Man has been around for a long time. So yeah. But that said, let's go to the next one.
Last question from Discord.
There you go. Big boy.
Big boy. Good afternoon and happy Saturday, Ernie, Carter, and my fellow Blerd Coens. Have y'all seen the trailer for the new Indiana Jones film, the Indiana Jones The Great Circle? If so, what's your thoughts on it? Y'all being good so far and keeping up with those likes? Trap God Thanos is watching. So Indiana Jones The Great Circle, I didn't even know was a thing. For anyone else like me who did not know, it is a new Indiana Jones video game from Machine Games. If you don't know who Machine Games is, it's the people that have made the past 2 Wolfenstein reboots that came out. The New Order and
the old was it the Old Blood, or was that the DLC?
No, that was the DLC.
Okay, it was just Wolfenstein and
the New Order.
And the New
New
Order.
Colossus and the New Order. They made
go.
those, but they also made that shitty one, Young Blood, as well, I think.
I didn't play Young Blood. I didn't play it.
It's best you didn't. It'd be like a certain. It would be like you was willingly like forcing yourself to play Hunt with somebody we ain't gonna talk about right now. So it's an Indiana Jones game made by the people that have done 2 fantastic Wolfenstein video games, and I still don't care. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna clown it. That's a good studio to give a game.
They got Troy Baker on voice.
The quality, okay, boom. The quality is there. I highly doubt it's gonna be.
I'm gonna need to see a trailer.
Game.
I'm gonna need to see like actual gameplay. Is what I need. Is
go.
what I mean.
Boom.
I need to see
Trailer.
gameplay.
I'm gonna need to see some. I'm gonna need to see some gameplay.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna. I love Indiana Jones as much as the next person, but I'm gonna need to see a whole trailer with gameplay, not CG. I need to see an actual. I need to see the way the game actually plays, 100%. No doctored up, nothing. No vertical slices. I need to see the game played before I can make that choice. I will say, before we transition over to our questions from the chat, I do want to go back because we missed one. A super chat. This is from Chi-Town Dan, the Night Skin King, with $5. Says, this hashtag is to save our brother in Christ Carter and his taste buds. Hashtag get Carter some real pizza.
Somebody that's from Cali recommended a place that they go to. If you're still in here, put it in chat again and I can pull it up online and see if it's over here by me. But Domino's with the garlic Parmesan sauce and not the regular tomato sauce, I think that shit is hitting. I don't know. Apparently I need to be put on Pizza Game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, dude, there's some good pizza out there, man. Actually, okay, so before I actually answer this question, here in Memphis, we have a place called Coletta's. It's an Italian restaurant. That's actually where I like to get my pizza. I don't get it all the time because it's kind of expensive. But, man, for what you pay, you get a lot of pizza, and it is good. It is very good.
Oh, here's what. Is X-Line still a thing?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yes, it is. Yep. We got I know there's one in Bartlett and there's one not too far from my house.
Okay.
And I know there's some like I think there's one on Jackson. Not too far from where that Tops Barbecue is on Jackson.
Yes.
And there might be one somewhere else. But yeah, X-Line's the best pizza in town is still a thing. Actually, you know what? Now that you've said that, I kind of want X-Lines today. I wonder if they're open.
You want one of them rectangle ass pieces?
Yeah, dude, that pizza's good. We got one here from Nerd Large, also celebrating the 20th ever super chat by them on a live stream. So shout out here. You know what? You know what? Shout out to you, man, because that is called support right there. That's called support right there. We got one from Nerd Large with 1999 super chat. Says, good day, citizens of Blerd Terra. I like that. Says, thoughts on the canceling of the plans for She-Hulk Season 2 due to the bloated $200+ million budget of Season 1. Also, get those likes up before I make y'all go to a Diddy party. Ooh, man. Yeah, y'all better listen. No, okay, so here's the thing. I've actually heard some conflicting reports because while Tatiana Maslany has recently come out and said that the budget was the reason why the show will not be carried on, I will say there have been some conflicting reports coming out and saying that Disney is actually still looking at doing more with She-Hulk. Now, what that could mean is maybe they will go ahead and do another season, or maybe they take it in another direction. Maybe do something on a smaller scale, like the Marvel Spotlights, the special presentations, like what we got with the Werewolf by Night, or maybe they just go ahead and graduate her ass on up to the big screen. That could be a thing as well, because I think going to the big screen would probably fix a lot of the problems people might have had with the show itself, just in terms of production and budget. It costs a lot of money to do what they did. And I think what people don't understand is like a TV budget normally isn't like that. A TV budget normally does not go that hard in the paint. So I think it's possible. And even if she doesn't get a movie, I think it's safe to say that whatever they're going to be doing with Hulk going forward, She-Hulk will likely be around too. So, and even if they don't do another season, it would make me sad. But at the same time, I feel like season 1 was a great introduction to the character for a lot of people who don't really even know shit about She-Hulk, despite her being derivative of another character. I feel like that show probably helped introduce, for better or worse. Yeah, depends on how you want to look at it. I thought the show was fantastic. But then again, I am a lover of John Byrne's sensational She-Hulk. Not everybody is. So yeah, but I would definitely say, yeah, I think it would be fine. Carrying on, because we got to get into our questions from the live chat, and I know we got some back here. I saw one all the way back here. Here we go. Here we are. Says, this is from Jarrell Boza. Says, question: have either of you checked out Power World or seen the gameplay? Also, if so, are either of you interested on still streaming one Blerd Cave? So for Power World, I'm interested. I think I was always interested in the game itself, especially now that I know more about it, that it's not exactly what everyone, including myself, thought it was. It seems like it's a lot deeper than what a lot of people thought it was going to be. It's not just a Pokemon with guns game. It looks like it has a lot of survival sim stuff going on in it, as well as some online co-op massive battles. There's some Monster Hunter isms in there, most likely, in some capacity. I've seen some stuff that kind of gave me that impression. So yeah, I'm into it. I don't know if I would ever stream it. Just because, I don't know. But I would definitely consider the possibility of streaming some games. That's kind of an iffy topic. It's something I'd probably do every once in a while. I've done it before, but I usually try and keep it on brand for what we do. But who knows? Maybe. Carter, do you have any thoughts on it?
I mean, I'm down. I almost streamed yesterday on my Twitch stream.
What were you gonna stream?
So, what was I gonna stream? I think I was just gonna stream Quantum Break because I've still been on this like Remedy Control Alan Wake 2 kick.
No, you didn't want to play Alan Wake on DVD?
So the main reason I ended up not streaming was just because I was having issues with Nightbot, and then I figured it out, but I was already annoyed by that point. So I was actually almost going to stream something I did not know you played, and I don't think you actually told me about it. And because you did not put me on game, I started game sharing with Bishop. He has Metal Hellsinger.
Yeah,
none of you
gifted it to me.
Oh, none of you motherfuckers told me about that game. That game is fire.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
The soundtrack to it is fantastic. It's got a lot of my favorite artists on it, and I will
almost
say,
streamed that yesterday.
If there's any one criticism about the game that I do have is that I always hate how I can't. I wish it was a game I could just play and not like have to be on beat of everything to be effective. That's the one criticism about the game, which I mean, that's the driving point of it. And I totally get that. But there are some moments where honestly, I kind of would just want to play the game and not have to be like, oh, I'm not maximizing my damage because I'm not doing everything exactly in time, which I mean, yeah, it's one of those, it's a minor criticism.
So that's why I enjoy it, especially because my favorite weapons on there are those dual wield pistols because I can keep them on beat like a motherfucker. I'm lighting folks up.
It's basically the way I do dual wield pistols on Hunt. Like I do everything on a rhythm.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna tell you that there's a road like little mode they added on there that's called Leviathan. Don't go anywhere near that fucking mode. It will ruin the positive thoughts you have on that game. Do what you've been doing now. Cut that campaign on for a few minutes. Play it, enjoy yourself, and go on about your business. But yeah, Metal Hellsinger, that shit.
Yeah, Metal Hellsinger is
great.
I
really like the song. I like the music. He had like one DLC pack. They came out with another Essentials pack that had like gorillas and shit like that on there. But yeah, that game is fire.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
That almost got streamed yesterday. I might stream today, so just keep an eye out for that. But it's gonna be a console stream, so I can't have no alerts or anything like that because I didn't know that Taco had raided me one day because I didn't have a fucking alert go out because I was streaming God of War. But yeah. I might stream today, depending on what you doing or what you trying to do, or if you're trying to be a masochist and play Hunt Showdown.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I just want to let me get this question because this is literally about to go away. Question is with the Wolverine versus Predator run ending, what other street level character would you like to see in a versus battle against the Predator? I would like to see Hardware, Shang-Chi, or Miles Morales.
Hardware would get worked.
Oh yeah, Hardware would get that ass beat. Look, I love Hardware as much as the next guy. I would be way more interested in seeing Shang-Chi fight the Predator just because at least he's got the hands for it.
Hardware would literally be the first person to catch it and then the Predator title sequence.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And this is coming from me, a guy who loves Hardware. But no, I would personally, if we're talking like street level, I would like to see somebody like a Moon Knight or a Daredevil or Black Panther take on the Predator. I feel like, dude, okay, so here's what I would do. The next Predator versus Predator tries to hunt in Wakanda. That would be what I'd want to see. And see T'Challa, especially the way he is right now, try and go up against him. Not having all his tech and gadgets at his disposal, but the Predator having everything. You could maybe even the playing ground. Maybe say that because of the fields, the energy fields that protect Wakanda, maybe the Predator can't get all his shit in. Or maybe there's something that keeps all of his tech from working, so he has to do this old school. Or you could even do it in a deal where maybe kind of like how we did with the movie Prey, have it be one of T'Challa's forebears. Maybe have it be T'Chaka who faces him, or maybe have it be Azuri who faces him, the Black Panther from the Captain America Black Panther crossover.
That'd be really dope.
Yeah. Or you could even make it his great grandfather that was recently introduced in the Evel Ewing run. I'm a butcher his name. It's like I think it's Telly or something along those lines. But yeah, you could be any one of those. I would totally eat that shit up.
You know what would be fantastic with that?
What's up?
Is that you see that that family has been fighting the Predator for years, and then they fast forward to the present time, and everybody be expecting now, okay, so now T'Challa finna go against him, but it actually be Danny Glover.
Wait, is
y'all hate me, don't y'all can't stand me, can
wait a minute, is the Predator gonna throw a vibranium knife at Danny Glover's feet and say, "Take it"?
I'm just saying.
Be like a
Predator
World War
2
II
was a Marvel movie the whole time, and you ain't even know it. You see that?
Oh my God, I'm done with you. We got another one here from Mailman. Says, question, Brubaker's Criminal is being adapted for TV. I stopped reading it because it felt too real, like a show rather than a comic. If that makes sense.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Is he just a good crime writer, or was it or it was a pitch? Well, no, here's the thing. It is both, because a lot of people don't know this about Ed Brubaker. A lot of people are only familiar with him because of comics, but a lot of people don't realize Ed Brubaker was writing crime novels long before he was writing comics. So that's why he's so good at it. That's also why when you read his stuff, why sometimes it's better reading it in one sitting versus reading it like week to week, month to month, because the way he writes a story, he doesn't write like a comic writer. He writes like a novelist. Same way, Ta-Nehisi Coates, same thing. Ta-Nehisi Coates writes the exact same way. His stuff works better when you can read it all in one sitting, not week to week, month to month. That's always been my personal feeling about Ed Brubaker. But I do think that, yeah, both are true at the same time. Both are true at the same time.
I feel like he's someone who, you have those comic writers who then start writing novels. I think he was the reverse of that. He was a novelist and then came over to comics, and he's still writing it the exact same way. Same
as Chris Claremont. Chris Claremont was more of a novelist than he was a comics writer, and when that was a common criticism of Chris Claremont when he first took over X-Men back in the day. Is people said he was too wordy. Like, cause he would just give you this, he would hit you, he would literally beat you over the head with like purple prose. Like he just boom. Like he's like, dude, just let the artist tell some of the story, Chris. And if you notice, if you go back and read his old stuff, and then gradually, as he gets more comfortable, you start noticing he gets out of that mentality and starts letting the artist tell some of the story. Sir Yuri G says, question, mind me asking, Ernie, seeing I got put onto your channel when you had an explain video about Garo a long while ago. Yeah, it was a good minute ago. Have you checked out the new season yet, or not interested? So, true story. I didn't know there was a new season. So I will have to check that out. I love Garo. Garo is fantastic. I've watched a lot of the other seasons. They've had movies, they had an anime. I've watched a lot of that stuff. And I knew they were still making it, but I wasn't aware that they did have one. But now that I'm actually going back and looking it up, yeah, here it is. Garo Hagane Osugo Mono announced. Ooh, this was last year. This was shown off. So I don't want to play this video because it will get my shit struck, because the companies that usually deal in this sort of stuff, they're usually quite litigious. So I'm not gonna do it, but I will pull up an image. This is just an image of the new costume for Garo, and it looks fantastic. Golden Knight Garo has never looked better, in my opinion. Carter, are you familiar with Garo?
I am not. When you said Garo, I thought you were talking about Mark of the Wolves, the fighting game.
Well, no, but it's a common mistake, because Garo, if I'm not mistaken, is Japanese for wolf. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so basically, this is a story about a guy who is a longtime descendant of like an order who basically kills monsters and demons and shit. Using the power to fight the power, more or less. But basically, think Kamen Rider or Super Sentai, but way more mature. Like with blood and violence and sometimes even titties. Yeah, exactly. He's like, why do I feel like you suddenly turned into Leonardo DiCaprio from Django? You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention. But no, it's fantastic. It's a great show. Great show. Highly recommended. If you are even the least bit a fan of stuff like Power Rangers, it's worth a watch, especially for people who want, like, Carter, do you remember when, I don't remember who did it, but someone did that short, like it was a little short YouTube film that was supposed to be like the Power Rangers, but they were like all aged up and mature, and it was supposed to be like, you know, violent, and everybody just ate that shit up. Think that, but taken way more seriously.
Okay.
That's basically what Garo is.
Okay.
But yeah, it's legit. It's legit. Like when that motherfucker turns into Garo, it is cold. That sword he has is fucking amazing. Actually, well, not a question. I will answer this because I enjoy seeing the curiosity. I saw Jonathan Moda ask, so what would a Ninja Scroll made today be like? Easy. Basilisk. There's an anime called Basilisk, which is literally based on...
I've heard of that.
Yeah, they actually have had 2 series. But Ninja Scroll is literally based... Like, it's based off of the... I forget the exact name, but it's actually based off of something. It's not just something that was just made up. But Basilisk is basically the more... closer to the adaptation of the novels that Ninja Scroll is loosely based on, which is kind of a Romeo and Juliet story. I really like the Basilisk anime. It's not for the faint of heart. There's some subject matter in there, but like, you remember the character Kagero from Ninja Scroll, the woman who had the poison body?
Yeah.
She's in Basilisk. Because basically what it's about, it's a basilisk in here. I'll pull this up so I can kind of show y'all what I'm talking about. But just for those who are unfamiliar, because I know that's one of those anime that while I like it, I don't expect everyone to know what the fuck it is.
I'm actually gonna link it in the chat for everybody. While you're talking about it.
Yeah, thank you. So Basilisk is it's an anime about what is effectively the end of the Koga and Iga era, like the era of ninjas as a whole is basically what it's about. And the gist of the story is that there are 2 characters who are in love with one another, and they are from rival ninja clans. One from the Koga ninja, one from the Iga ninja. It's basically Romeo and Juliet. The 2 clans don't like each other very much. And while it's not exactly all out war between them right away, it's just one of those things. They just don't like the mixing of the 2 clans. And these 2 characters, they do legitimately care and love they love each other. But there is this whole thing that's going on with the government of Japan and how everything is transitioning. I want to say it's like kind of roughly around the time that Tokugawa, I think, is either about to come into power or going out of power. You take your pick. I think it's when he's about to go out of power or maybe coming into power. I don't remember exactly, and my Japanese history is not strong. But just know that to determine who will be the next heir to the throne, more or less, they decide that, well, one clan is going to represent one child and another clan is going to represent the other child. And what they do is they have to select 10 ninja from either clan, and they basically have to kill each other down to the last person. And whoever is left, whoever is the last one standing or the last clan standing, that dictates who is going to be the leader. And it just so happens that while these other 10 ninja that are, involved in all this, of each of them on either side, the guy is on the one side, the woman is on the other, and they are forced to have to fight each other. And it's kind of wild because you see how rival families who on paper should not hate each other, how they're driven to dislike one another. It's like the Hatfield and the McCoys, but Japanese style. And it's that tried and true family feud story. The Hatfield and the McCoys, the Romeo and Juliet. It's that, but with ninjas. That's it. And if you love Ninja Scroll, while not every character from Ninja Scroll is in the anime, there are characters that are just like them. Like there is a character who is immortal, just like what was it, Genma, the leader of the 8 Devils of Conan. He's not called that, and that's not his name. There's no reference to the 8 Devils of Conan or whatever, at least not in any major way. But that there is a character on one side who is basically that. There's a character who is basically Kagero. Her name is even Kagero. But she's not the same type. She's not the exact same character she was in Ninja Scroll. And you can kind of make cases for there being characters like Jubei and so on and so forth and some of the other devils, but like none of them are exactly those characters. So yeah. They made a sequel series to this that takes place years after the first one. I also recommend that one as well. It's a good series. It's good stuff. I don't count that. It was just something I saw that I just wanted to address. That said, I'm scrolling down looking for more. We got one from Bill. This was question: does Rise of the Powers of 10-4 cover hint at a possible revival of all mutant kind by the Phoenix at No Place X? I have no idea because I've not read that far ahead.
Can it do that?
Huh?
Can the Phoenix do that?
Yeah, I mean, they have dominion over all life and death. I mean, they're literally the embodiment of the cycle of life and death. I haven't seen this cover, so I mean, I would have to look it up.
No, I never knew the Phoenix was actually possible. I don't see it. Mine just begins and ends with like, I know that Cyclops had a Phoenix egg and then turned himself, or he got the powers of the Phoenix in Secret Wars. I know that. In every story that we see right now, the very last host is always going to be Logan for some reason. So
yeah,
I didn't know he could do that.
Yeah,
everybody getting DLC buffs.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'll say. I have no idea. I do not know. I have no thoughts because honestly, I have not thought that far ahead. And beyond all that, if it does, cool, I guess.
Ooh, what if it does? And then they taking the Phoenix off the board for a while.
They probably would.
Can use that.
Ooh. They probably would. We got one here. This is another 99 from Fearless Mo.
For that info dump, mahalo. You're welcome.
we'll watch
afterwards. Ooh.
Yeah. If I'm not, I want to make sure that I tell you correctly. I'm almost positive if you have Crunchyroll or Funimation, Basilisk is readily available.
Okay.
On either one of those platforms. As a matter of fact, and just for my own edification. Oh my God, get the fuck out of here. Stop trying to interrupt me from typing in something. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I actually have both. Matter of fact, I'll show you what I'm doing because I always like to recommend this website. There's a website called justwatch.com. I use it all the time. Also, I didn't know if y'all know this. There's actually a live action movie version of Basilisk called Shinobi Heart Under Blade. It's terrible, but also kind of fun to watch sometimes, as long as you don't expect it to be a one-to-one translation of the anime or manga. But yeah, right here I have it on good authority. The original series, which came out in 2005, is on Crunchyroll and Funimation to stream. It's only the one season. It's like 24 episodes or something like that. It's also available on Apple TV. The sequel series, also available on all of those platforms. It was on Hulu at one point, but it is not anymore, apparently. So there you go. Yeah, that's my public service announcement. But yeah, justwatch.com. It's an app and a website. I say take this and go with God, because I use it all the time to figure out where to watch shit. IMDb will also tell you the same information, but Just Watch will give you prices for everything if it's something you have to buy. Also tells you what like formats you can get into, like SD, HD, 4K, so on and so forth. Frank Gleason, there's a button you should be able to hit. It should just say join. Like join or become a member or something like that. That is usually where it is for me. on other people's videos, not on my own. I can't see my own. But yeah, that's where it should be. Also, oh yeah, there should be a button here. I'll actually show you. Here, watch this. Bam, right here. See this button that I'm hovering over right here? That's the button right there. You click join. Don't worry about this other shit. It's because I have a thing that tells me stuff. Mind your business. It tells me things. So yeah, there should be a button for join. If it's not there, you can also go to the main page of my YouTube channel and you should find something there in the members thing. That's it. I feel like that's it. I don't see any other questions, so we are just going to call it. I think that might have actually been 5 questions. I don't know. What, Carter, you got anything real quick?
Nope.
I got none either. Also, Elite X1, Azumi, yes. Also, Azumi 1 and 2 are the closest you'll ever get to an actual live-action Ninja Scroll. And on that note, I am the Blerd Without Fear for Carter Presents. Mark Millar, you can go to hell.
Bye.